Alright, so this will be the TSM versus Team 1 game on Clubhouse for the Dreamhack, I think Valencia. But I don't think it even is. I don't even know if it is Valencia. Oh no, yeah, it's Valencia. Uh, so with that, let's a little bit about the teams. TSM, Team Bolo. It's not actually Team Bolo, but they're a North American team that they didn't come from Challenger League. They were in Pro League last season. However, they didn't do too well, but they made some roster changes. And Team 1 is a Latin American team that came from Challenger League for last season and is now playing in Latin American Pro League. So with that, going over the bans. Team 1 bans first. It's Capital. For Capital, overall, he's just a strong operator. If you learn how to use him effectively, you can win entire games just due to him, because you can cut off all rotations, you can get the bomb plant down, you can stop the defuse, you can cut off lines of sight, you have a good gun, you can stop runouts with the Claymore. So overall, just a very heavy utility operator, very strong. And Thatcher's being banned, which makes me think that there's going to be some form of Cade coming in, because you mainly ban Thatcher to have a Cade come in, since really you really can't bandit trick. So it's not like, yes, you can bandit trick, but with Maverick still in play, you can't effectively do it. So it's, and as well as any place on a lot of places. Actually, wait, I completely forgot that we were on Clubhouse and not Bank. I was looking at the previous map. But anyway, same concept with Capital. Yeah, Thatcher's banned, which makes it so Cade is gonna have to come out. With that though, Maverick will be in play, and I mean, it's Clubhouse. Maverick is incredibly strong here, so nothing really weird about that. Then Echo's banned from TSM, and nothing surprising there. I'm not sure if they have any Echo players, or if anyone's comfortable on them, or if they just think we're not the best Echo, or we don't want to have to be searching for drones and we instead want to be pushing. So they ban Echo. And then Team 1, a lot of teams don't like going against Mira. Especially if you go for aggressive pushes or so, then if a Mira's staring at you, that's just free information, and you don't want to give that away, so Mira gets banned. So, but all in all, nothing amazing. Nothing really weird, like there's no Thermite Hibana ban together. If you want to watch how that goes, watch Team Secret versus Lestream on Border. I can't remember what it was for, but I think it was for the Allied Esports tournament. Yeah, it was a clusterfuck. It was also an amusing clusterfuck. Now, basement defense coming out from TSM first. Not too surprising, but I mean, really you can go anywhere besides bar on defense. They're all viable. And with that, although Clubhouse was originally very defender-sided, I'd say it's more equalized now, and it depends more on how good you are at executing. Due to, I mean, really, that's just what I think. I think it's just pure execution now, where if you can execute better than the enemy, you can win on both attack and defense 7-0. Now, the chances of that happening are very slim, because there are a lot of little mistakes you can make which can haunt you. So if it is hard to get a 7-0, but this isn't the most defender-sided map in the world anymore, since players have learned kind of what they need to do. And with that, operator lineup. So Bio is on the Maestro. It's Maestro. He has his cameras, which although are not the best anymore, they still provide a good amount of information. They can zap drones. You don't have to risk yourself to get it. Then also he gets an LMG. Yeah, so nothing really amazing. Then Crusher is on Cade. Well, with Thatcher banned, you may as well go Cade. You can stop anything on the hatches. You can stop the hard breach on the hatches, requiring a Maverick. You can impact trick the kitchen hatch if you bring impacts. Maybe there's a nitro cell instead, but that's still something that Cade can be used for. Merc is on the Jaeger. You almost always want a Jaeger unless you know for a fact that the other team isn't really using grenades or any throwables. If they are, then you bring Jaeger. And with a sledge and buck in play, this Jaeger better have some good placements, or else all of TSM is just gonna get naded. Then Beastly, I want to say. I can't remember if Beastly was a sub or if he was replaced. Oh no, that's Bolo. I'm a moron. No, oh god, I'm dumb. But I think that was Beastly. I saw that name from. Oh, I think I saw that from the Rise game, and that's where I'm getting it from. But no, Bolo is on Legion. Uh, it's Legion. Throw a goo mine down. Fantastic. You now have information. If they push there, well, they're gonna get hit in the foot by your goos. You're gonna know they're pushing. If they don't, if you throw one down in dirt and it doesn't ever get activated, you know they're not pushing dirt. Then Pojo Man, because I'm not sure who was. Hold on, let me pull it up. Who was replaced? But Pojo Man is the coach for TSM. If you don't know, he was originally one of the members of F3. That then a flip side that then went to SK Gaming, but they ended up the org was apparently it was kind of shit apparently, and wasn't really helping the team, and they had that issue as well in the Counter-Strike scene where if you know Cold Zera, I think Phelps, Taco, and Fallen, and someone else who I can't remember, they were members of SK, and they left the org because the org was, I think it was saying, yeah, we can get you a team house, never gets you them a team house, and overall just that they had a better offer from somewhere else. But he does have, but then he once they left SK, Pojo Man and his team became Dark Zero, and in the end, after 2 or 3 years, he was dropped. He had the worst stats on the entire lineup, and it was kind of something that I think the team knew it was going to happen. It just didn't really know when, and it was something that they needed to kind of have happen, just because. I mean, if you Pojo Man, he's not a bad player, but I would say he's not a like one of the best players in the world. So he's not going to ever. I don't think he's going to be on the top team in the world or one of the top 2 in a region. So it's not like he's necessarily bad. It's just that it's just what hit. It's hard to say, but he would have to improve in his ability to play support if he wanted to be able to really get his team up there. And really, it's not his play style, so it doesn't happen. Then, but Pojo is on Valkyrie. Oh yeah, and Pojo Man is replacing Achieved. But then Pojo Man, he's on Valkyrie, and with that, it's a Valkyrie. You get cameras. If you need an explanation, then I don't know. Go try and rob your Whataburger or something, and you'll see that they have these cameras inside. And when you go to court because you tried to rob a Whataburger, then you can ask, well, how'd you know? And they're gonna bring up the video footage, and that's how cameras work. Anyway, on to Team 1. So one thing is Latin America is more of a fragging region, and they're basically from all the regions, I would say EU at least was more of a strategic region. North America was kind of a part fragging, part strategy region with mixed teams either side. Then Latin America is kind of the less strategy based, more fragging based, more just aggressive plays, or it's kind of high risk, high reward type deals. And it's kind of the reason why I think they very rarely get far in majors, or they struggle when they go against other regions, is due to that play style. But it is what it is. Anyway, Team 1, they're bringing Sledge. You bring him kind of frag, in all honesty, with the Buck. There's not really too much of a reason to have him. So, it is what it is. Maybe they're just saying, we just want to bring grenades to nade the fuck out of them. So they have the Buck and the Sledge who can kind of do the same job. So I'm not 100% sure about it, but it is what it is. And if Team 1 can frag, because they can open up everything with the Thermite and the Maestro, so it's not an issue of opening things up. So we'll just have to wait and see how it works. And then Maverick and Thermite are in play. You need a double hard breacher, but with the Thatcher ban, you're going to need to bring Maverick to stop bandit tricking. And then Zophia's being brought. Probably they just want the utility of the Zofia. Maybe they want the ability to take out Maestro cams from a distance. I don't know, but they're bringing her. They're bringing her.
And they're going to like to bring 4 frag grenades, even though Jaeger is still on the board.
Okay, Pojaman's going to the hatch.
That's going to be rather tough.
Thank you, fascinating. And I could see. Okay, show me the setup below, please. Okay, thank you. All right, so from what I remember, this middle wall was reinforced. That provides a bit of cover for the players inside of blue, because if you sit behind here, you don't have to worry about getting wall banged like that. And then also with that, because a lot of people sit about here, so that if anybody tries to come down the stairs or comes in through blue, this person can contest, and you can't just drop this hatch. So because this person's here, but with this, if you make some kill holes around this area, then this person can now swing, and he has the ability to play safely and get back to cover, so he can contest this doorway. So just this kind of provides a little bit of options for a little bit of safety for the team, for the player there. Then Bolo's reinforcing that wall. Really just you don't want an Ashe Zofia coming here, opening it up, having 3 members run in through there once the kitchen hatch has been opened, because once kitchen hatch is opened, you can't play around this general area, because you can get naded, you can get shot from above, you can get shot from the hatch, you can get shot from through the floor, because there's a sledge and a buck in play, so you're not going to be able to sit around there. So theoretically, if you had smokes go up to the hatch, so if you have a smoke at the hatch, you can smoke out this general area. You can then open this up, have 2 or 3 members run in, bomb goes down. Anybody playing around here can't see. Then if somebody tries to flank through here, well, this guy's got him, tries to come in through here. This guy can get him if they're holding an angle on the main lobby, on the main door. And so it's kind of just a pain to deal with. So it's better just to have this reinforced. Then 3 walls are reinforced, nothing special there. And then someone's probably reinforcing
dirt. I really feel like we're going to be seeing a church attack.
And then these are shot out to allow for an impact nade to be thrown up, and it will destroy a thermite charge if it's not placed correctly. I'm not sure if a crouch level one would get destroyed. I think it would, but I'm not sure. So I think that it does get destroyed. However, I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, rotate hole probably is going to go there.
The fact that it's easy to handle that wall with the Maverick torch, just burn out the bottom of it, makes it to where you can't put any batteries.
This really isn't meant to rotate. It's meant more to just watch the kitchen hatch from inside of church.
If you're able to span out exactly what you're doing, make him focus on hash or something of the sort while you're trying to deal with that wall, makes it a little bit easier. Also,
that is a little bit of a little wary from Bio there, the Maestro. Because with dirt being reinforced so late, if he had decided just on a whim, okay, I'm going to reinforce the left side and not the front one first, well, if the Zofia or Sledge or someone read into that and they just sprinted out of spawn, there is a chance they could have opened up the wall and shot him as he's trying to reinforce. So just something to keep in mind.
Also, you can always burn holes higher to try and find that man, possibly put a bullet at him. But despite that point, might have to have an adjustment over to blue or something of the sort here. Team 1 actually staring down the barrel of quite a formidable defense with the lineup comparisons.
Still have Achieve running.
I wonder how many Claymores Team 1's bringing, because I see Rise doesn't have one.
Top of kitchen stairs from the basement. Looks like he's just waiting to pick apart a couple. Never mind. Nope. He's gonna go peek in towards Dirt Tunnel.
So that was not really the smartest peek, because the chances of it actually getting a kill are really slim, while the chance of someone holding an angle on it coming out of spawn is relatively high, at least higher than the chance of getting the kill. So Pojo, he's going to be aiming at a single area, and if the Thermite or whoever is coming out is anywhere else, then that would work out against him. Now there is Kanto Raketti from G2 will actually do the same thing. However, he times it so that basically if you just run out of spawn and go to thermite it, the moment you start putting your thermite charge down, it's like, okay, 2 minutes and 42 seconds is the clock. Okay, hit the window, aim, shoot. Is someone there? No. Okay, get the fuck out. And it's just something that has a lot less reward to. It's a lesser reward because it relies on someone just running. Like if someone just waits for 2 seconds and spawn, it's not going to work. However, if somebody however, it's also a lot less risky because it's something that you only expose yourself for a brief moment, and it has to be kind of on your terms. You're taking the engagement.
Balls to come and open up that preemptively.
And Pojo goes down.
Just an intimidation tactic is.
Really, that was just intimidation. It was just saying, okay, maybe I'm up here, maybe I'm not. I'm looking for drones, but then gets back down.
To dart back and forth. For anyone tuning in who did not watch or was not present for map number 1, I know it says Pojo Man. We all know it says Pojo Man. It's Pojo's account. Achieve got locked out of his, so it is Achieve playing on Pojo's account.
Oh, okay. So no, Achieved is actually playing. Wait, you're actually. Oh shit! I thought. I was on the subreddit for the Pro League, and I thought it was a joke. They were saying Achieve got locked out of his account. Okay, no, so Achieved is playing and not Pojo Man. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Again, for anyone who has come in a little late to the party.
Basically, your takeaway from this is that Achieved is an idiot and forgot his password. That's your takeaway from this.
Okay, he's a
fantastic Siege player, but he can't remember his own password. So at the end of the day, he still needs help in other departments.
Well, Thatcher being banned out will also prolong the endeavor of opening up a hatch, and it looks like Rise is going to start things with a center hole onto the stock hatch. A little atypical here as you have that giant 3-stud stack in the middle of the hatch, so typically you see more Mavericks more often than not.
I have no idea what this Maverick is doing. My only thought there is maybe they thought that the Cade was thrown dead center and they could get an angle on it, or maybe they're just trying to get an area to get flashbangs down to burn out anything on blue. However, other than that, I don't see a reason for doing that. That just seems like a waste of a Maverick, and because that's not how you open up hatches.
Okay, well, I don't know if he was attempting to burn ADSs or really what that stun's dedication was for, but going to take a little bit of damage off of that electro-clawed hatch, and it was really for no reason at all. They do have Mud Tunnel open now as Skadin is going to try and apply some pressure to blue, so it obviously appears that they are going to pinch out Armory, trying to force them back into pulse spot or just the back of Armory. They're trying to play boxes right now as Bio's going to get aggressive inside of Mud Tunnel with that Alda. Plenty of bullets for everyone and your brother that's trying to push down.
Well, you can see the holographic going to be the advantage in the close range. Rate of fire about equal, but Bio will take down Falls. He's already done his job as the breacher, but hitting the deck now is Bio. 26 HP and a Dream laying prone inside of Dirt. He's doing a good job of stalling out, and that's the diffuser surrendered inside of Dirt as well. You can see T1 executing through Dirt was the primary intention. Running out of ammo now, whipping out the Bailiff, and he'll down off Luke.
Alright, so this was just a bad push, I would say, from Team 1, where either they're not used to having to contest someone inside of Dirt, or they're used to being able to just win it out. However, that just came down to it's a hard engagement to take because there's a good number of angles inside of Dirt, and you can just fall back more and more and more, and you can get goo mines set up. You can hold pixels, you can be standing, you can be crouched, you can be laying down. So really, I would just say that came down to 2 players did a bad job of losing the gunfight there, and that's really it. It's nothing special. I mean, really, it's just Team 1, they said to give us this gunfight, and they lost the gunfight.
Luke, Merc will take down Rayduct as well, so you got Skadinia inside of Oil Pit.
Alright, so Rayduct was the...
We'll have to push down Blue.
The sledge, okay. I want to figure out where this sledge was.
Bio, 26 HP and a...
spot or just the back of Armory. They're trying to play boxes right now as Bio's
about equal, but Bio will take down Falls. He's already done his job as the breacher, but hitting the deck now is Bio. 26 HP and a Dream laying prone inside of Dirt. He's doing a good job of stalling out, and that's the diffuser surrendered inside of Dirt as well. You can see T1 executing through Dirt was the primary intention. Running out of ammo now, whipping out the Bailiff, and he'll down off Luke. of Dirt. He's doing.
Okay, so I see Sledge is. Let's go back to 10.
Graphic going to be the advantage in the close range. Rate of fire about equal, but Bio will take down Falls. He's already done his job as the breacher, but hitting the deck now is Bio, 26 HP and a Dream.
So Reduct, I see him. I'm not sure where that is though, because that looks kind of like bluish, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure.
Doing a good job of stalling out, and that's
coming down. Okay, I think he's around the blue stairs, that storage area, blue stairs. Adam's spot is how I know it.
Just surrendered inside of Dirt as well. You can see T1 executing through Dirt was the primary intention. Running out of ammo now, whipping out the Bailiff, and he'll down off Lukid. Merc will take down Reduct as well. So you got Skadinia inside of Oil Pit. Will have to push down Blue. And looks like Skadinia has stalled out. He's going to rotate back up the ladder. They don't have time for this. Diffuser is surrendered inside of Merc will take down Reduct as
okay, 5v2 because really it came down to they pushed a Thermite and a Buck down Dirt when they had no real reason to. I'd say that just comes down to it. It's kind of a bad. It's a bad call whoever made it for let's push down Dirt, because there's. I don't think it would really help them that much, and it'd be if they had smokes, then I think that it could possibly have helped. At least, well, actually, no, it's not even that. It's just that Dirt doesn't really give you control of much, because you can't really clear out a lot of kitchen, and it's better to be applying pressure from above and then go from there. And I'd understand it if they were trying to do a kitchen drop or so, but they can't do a kitchen drop because they don't have smoke, so they couldn't clear out the church. They couldn't clear out they couldn't cut off the angle from church to the kitchen hatch. And so by investing two bodies to take Dirt, which is to help take the back of underneath of Armory, it really isn't that good of a attack, I would say.
As well, so you got Skadinia inside of Oil Pit. Will have to push down Blue, and looks like Skadinia has stalled out. He's going to rotate back
up. For this Claymore, I don't think this Claymore is a good one. I can't remember exactly if it is, because it could I think it can actually get impacted if you throw the impact on the wall or so, or the box area there. However, there's a way where you have, okay, so we see this hole right here. Well, let's imagine that the hole is over there because the camera doesn't go that far. So, hole is there, ladder going down. Look at my artistic ability. Anyway, with that, you have the box or so roughly right here. That's coming over kind of like this. And with that, if you put the Claymore right about here, it will go onto the ladder. So if they come up the ladder, they die. However, if you throw an impact nade, you can only hit there, and it'll make the explosion. However, the explosion will basically only affect, if we look at it from up, Claymore here, if you throw it right here, well, the impact is going to hit kind of like that as a radius. So it's not going to go and destroy that Claymore, so it's safe.
The ladder, they don't have time for this. Diffuser is
surrounded. Now, most people, if they're going to flank, they're not going to flank up that ladder. But if you want to have a flank watching Claymore like that, you want it to be like that, not like how they had it. Now, maybe that one works. However, I'd say just put it in a place where it can't get impacted. Now you know for a fact that nobody can come up there. And then if you put one person at the top of the blue stairs, then they really can't come out of basement if you put another person on the main stairs. Because basically main stairs, blue stairs, and then the ladder, well, all three are now being covered. 3 other members of Team 1 could now go and do whatever they want to. And I think that'd be
inside of Dirt still.
Better. Anyway.
Aggressive peak will cost the life of Achieve, but he drops Rise to 1. And now separation from the remaining Team 1 attackers. They don't have Diffuser. They have to go for frag. Skadinia inside of Blue will pick one up. An aggressive peak will cost the life inside of Oil Pit. Will have to push down Blue.
Okay, so Achieved was playing
church.
Out.
He's going to rotate back up the ladder. They don't have time for this. Diffuser is surrendered inside of.
So Achieve peaks, loses the gunfight, probably missed a single bullet. I mean, you're in a 5v2 at this point. It's not like you need to be playing so passively. However, I would have preferred it if he just sat down and waited instead of letting Rise do his, instead of giving Rise the fight. Now, yes, Rise is now down to 1 HP, and a single Maestro zap will kill him. However, just think about this. If Rise could have killed him right there, gone the headshot before Achieve could kill him, then that turns it into a 4v2. Still not good for Team 1, but still possible. So from there, all that it takes is Team 1, can they win one-on-one gunfights? Will TSM give them that? If they do, then that can turn into a 2 versus 2, so long as Rise and Skadina can win a one-on-one gunfight each. So it just comes down to some bad luck happening. That's why even if there's 30 seconds left, it's a 5v2. I say play passive, play with your teammate, double peek, have crossfires, play as if you're in a 5v5 and you need to do a job. Playing a 5v5, but you know that every one of them is going to come through this one doorway, or these 2 doorways, or however it's going to be. Because bad luck happens.
Aggressive peak will cost the life of Achieve, but he drops Rise to 1. And now separation from the remaining Team 1 attackers. They don't have diffuser. They have to go for frags. Skidini inside of blue will pick one up on a bio. The trades come.
Bio. Crusher manages to Pokeball Rise, 1 HP, so probably made a call out. Achieve probably made a call out saying he's really lit, just impact him or something. And then Merc killed Skadina as he tried to come down the stairs. But Skadina did kill Bio, so I mean it's still
an impact to close things out. A Pokeball remove Rise, and Team 1 will drop round number 1. This is pretty typical. It's Clubhouse defense. TSM.
I wonder where the Cades were. I saw one on blue hatch, but I'm not sure where the other ones were.
Explosive finishes.
Also, they're
not
those kitchen hatch was open.
Actually, strangely enough, did you know that the least killed with utility in the entire game is goo mines?
I did not know that.
People actually die more to people throwing stuns at them than a goo mine killing people, which is very interesting. Which I understand why it happens, because it only really downs you. So it downs you, and then you have to walk into another one for it to kill you. So
Polo, top of the scoreboard, as all things should be.
Kind of makes sense. You Legion.
If you ever are feeling bad and just want to be at the top of your team, just go Legion. Go Legion and Twitch and just get all the assists. And then laugh at all. Just say, God, I have to carry all these guys under me. I'm my top of the leaderboards. Anyway, onto the operator selection. So TSM, Maestro, Cade, and really with... Okay, so Maverick's in play, so you can't bandit trick. If you throw down a mute, well, there's a Maverick in play. Not gonna work. So Cade is really the only option. And if you throw it right about here, it becomes a pain in the ass to get rid of. So that's why a lot of people run Cade if Thatcher's banned. Then, with that, Jaeger again, because 4 grenades, even though we haven't seen them used. Bolo is now on Doc. I'm not sure about that. Maybe they want to play in Garage and he wants to play Doc for that. Maybe they want him... Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's just they say, okay, we don't need a Legion here. We just have... Because you really don't need a Legion. You don't need information on this site. Because it's... you know what's going to happen, really. If you put barbed wire on the stairs, you know if they're walking up it. If you put barbed wire here, you know if they run in, and you're going to hear them running in. And if they're running in, and you should know if they're trying to push in. So you should just be able to shoot them. If they're anywhere on the rafters, you're going to hear them because that is always loud as all hell. And if they try and walk in here, then it doesn't matter if you know they're in, because you're just going to be trying to gun them down anyways from said rafters. But
barbed
wire, information isn't
utility
too
basis to try and alleviate that. Or you can hold those hard angles and just try and force them off of map. And that's exactly what TSM did. Bile, especially inside of
so nothing special here. Double reinforcements, both garages, 1 wall here to block angles, a shield to allow a little bit more play here, as well as possibly, if they wanted to, pushing up. Maestro cam in the garage for a bit of information, maybe getting rid of some drones as well. Not sure, we'll have to see how it's used. as well as maybe it could possibly look through the rotate hole to look at the window. I'm not sure if it can. I don't know the angle.
Tunnel was not giving that up for the life of him, all the way down to I'm going to challenge with a bailiff. So
I like the Steve Nash reference.
You're
A
welcome.
little retro. It's Canadian. You know, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I got you.
So
I did not know that you could do that with a Cade.
Here for Team
But
Solo.
one thing is that this doesn't really damn. This doesn't really change anything, because with Maverick, go up to the wall, put a line up top, put a line at the bottom. You've now made the wall soft. Dang, if only we had a Buck or a Sledge or a Zofia. Oh, you have all three.
Mid, coming off a rather victorious rampage in the back half of Bank to storm back and take that 7-5 after being down 4-1 and then 4-2 at the half. And this is pretty typical as well. You've got a Buck, you've got a Sledge, you've got a Maverick. You're just going to Mav trick the wall. No sense in worrying about a Thermite getting Bandit tricked or Kaid tricked. Just grab the torch. And thank you, Rise, for doing it the proper way. I've seen way too many Mavericks go bottom first, and then your feet are exposed. You can't repel it on it anymore. There used to be a situation where you could repel upside down on the wall, and even if it was electrified, you wouldn't take damage.
Oh, I did not know they
Too many
fixed
Mavericks go. No sense in worrying about a Thermite getting Bandit tricked or Kaid tricked. Just grab the torch.
Okay.
And thank
So
you.
this I like. Okay, this is actually really good, even if it's just a really simple thing. Rise on the Maverick is checking to make sure that Sledge is ready to look for angles when he's opening up this wall.
Thank you, Rise.
That's just a little thing. It's a really little thing, but it's something where if Sledge, like, it's really just it can be a free kill for a Sledge, and if you it can be a free kill. So it's better just to spend an extra, if I double check this, make sure it's the way it should be, then we kill an extra 2-3 seconds, but now we have the possibility of getting a kill. I don't have to worry about someone laying down and shooting my feet as I'm trying to open this up. So it is good that he's doing
it
that.
the proper way. I've seen way too many Mavericks go bottom first, and then your feet are exposed. You can't repel it on it anymore. There used to be a situation where you could repel upside down on the wall, and even if it was electrified, you wouldn't take damage.
This camera came from here, just in case you wanted to know about that.
So that's why I get tased in my ranked games now. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yes, they changed that.
Okay,
So finally, we get to see the proper way to do this, although it seems he's missed a portion, as you got to go top first, because then you're in absolute peril if you don't go top first and you leave the bottom open. He's having a real tough time, and it looks like I can see the part of just the inside there, and there it goes. Radek will come in, and he's going to sledge straight through, going.
So, okay, that was yeah, okay, I can't really call that dumb, because that's kind of that's something that can work, and that could be I think that could have worked if they had more team members actually pushing at the same time, where if Bolo was being contested from the doorway and possibly from the garage at the same time, then Sledge could have theoretically sledged in and killed anybody playing here, or somebody could have been getting a refrag or something. However, because it was kind of just a one-man play, it didn't work, and that's it. It really just came down to Ryduk tried to do something unexpected. It didn't work. Bolo caught him out on it, and it worked against Team 1. Now, really, that's all it was. If this was actually I'd say if this was more of a team-based thing, this could actually work, especially if it's kind of just a pocket strat they're doing. However, with only one person pushing in, nobody going for refrags, it really doesn't work. Because, you have this person being here. Bolo doesn't even give two shits about this doorway because it's not even open. So, I don't know.
For the barrage, but Bolo will knock him right back down.
The actual idea of it wasn't bad. The execution of it, however, was. Then, however, Rise actually gets the refrag onto Achieved, because Achieved here, let's go back.
Bottom open. It's having a real tough time, and it looks like I can see the part of just the inside there, and there it goes. Radok will come in, always going to sledge.
So Ryduk gets shot from the Maestro, I believe.
Straight through, going through the
Then gets killed by
barrage, but
Bolo.
Bolo will knock him right.
Refrag then comes up because I think I couldn't actually. Can I see this?
Bottom open. Having a real
I want to see if I
tough
can
time, and it
see
looks
the
like I can
position
see the
of.
part of just the inside there, and there it goes. Radok will come in, always going to sledge straight through, going through the barrage, but Bolo will knock him right.
I'm not sure if if Bio tried to kind of chase or if he just stood there. But either way, Rise just basically baited his teammate and traced the shots coming from Bio, and from there just won the gunfight. That's all that happened there.
Right back down. Rise on the trade, though, will burst through the top cache stairs and take down the Maestro of Bio, holding top cache now as a rain of hellfire will come through the soft walls from Bolo up on rafters. A retreat coming from Achieve downstairs. Sounds like impacts and shotguns ablaze, and it'll be Achieve.
So the stupid thing is that this could actually have worked pretty well if the rest of the team was helping. This seemed to me like I think Ryduct and Rise, and is it Reduct or Ryduct? I don't know. But if the Sledge and Maverick were working as a team and there was a push coming in from the from either the construction side or from the garage as well, this play could have actually worked. However, it really just came down to it was 2 on 5
to kill onto
and
Rise.
it was a 1 for 2 trade. So
trying
really
to push in with.
Then we have 3 members. The last 3 members of Team 1 are all outside of garage.
Market aggression will be Team 1, and they will fail utterly.
Luke just doesn't even check the angle. He gets gunned down from it.
Bolo and Achieved will knock them back down a peg.
The team won with that initial aggression, but TSM was good for it, being able to shut it down. But nonetheless, with the Rise getting aggressive on the cache stairs, did take the life of Bio, but then it was a dance of death for him, back and forth on multiple angles, and TSM just let him sit and spin in the wind until eventually finding that frag. And Bolo continues to try and tack on outside of the garage, but nonetheless, they have to try and find a way in, and Skadina's going to start things off. That's Bolo removed from garage, so they are going to be able to have that pressure. Merc's actually going to go for a full flank here as well on the Jaeger downstairs.
Makes it into oil pit and just misses the feet of Falls as he's.
The thing is that Bolo, he was sitting in the exact same position the entirety of the round. So imagine what would have happened if Team 1, instead of just rushing in like that, first looked for the angle on Bolo, killed him, then condensed on garage, took garage control, and then went in. Because, I mean, it seems to me like this aggression is, I mean, it's kind of the reason why Latin America struggles in these types of games, where it's this aggression can be cut down. Because, I mean, if, I'm pretty sure this is on a land build, so there's not much peeker's advantage. There still is some, but not a bunch. So if your playstyle is just to hold angles, while the other one's playstyle is to peek, well, if you can just hold angles, then you can win a lot of gunfights, and that's really all that's happening at this point.
Scatters his way back up the rafter stairs, removing an ADS as well, and that's crucial here as he has the stuns in the back pocket to blind anyone on sight. A wide peek.
So, good kill from Crusher, bad peek though. There was no reason to peek that, and if he lost that gunfight, it then becomes a 2v2. So that was a very dangerous fight for him to take, and one that I don't think he should have taken. Because if Team 1 had gotten that kill, because remember, it's a semi-auto versus a fully automatic machine gun. Now, yes, the DMR hits like a truck. However, if you just miss one shot with it, it can screw you over if the enemy can put 3 or 4 bullets downrange in the amount of time it takes you to put one. Because all they have to do is aim at head level, and one of those will most likely hit. I think it was I think Slash Hug had something like an 80% headshot ratio for all of his kills in one of his matches. So the chance of, and I think I think the average one is somewhere around like maybe 50% or so for the average pro. So knowing that, it's very dangerous to take a fight like that. where you're just going to be the one peeking, because if the Thermite had a different head level, then if he had better crosshair placement than
misses the feet of Falls
what Crusher was expecting,
way back up the
then
stairs.
Falls could have won that 2v2. They know Merc is downstairs. They then Skadina and Falls could then push site, kill the last person on site if there actually is one. I'm not sure if it's just Falls and just Crusher. If it is just Crusher, then he should really not be peeking. Then they could turn into a 2v1 gunfight 2 times.
The Suns in the back pocket to blind.
If, I don't know, this isn't head level, so I'm confused at why he's not aiming up here. Because if he was aiming up here, he could win that fight. And that's really all it came down to. So, if that's it. Crusher loses this fight, Thermite can then walk in. Skadina could theoretically just hold angles, and they could go for the plant if they wanted to.
Anyone on site, a wide peek from Crusher,
right,
but
Crusher wins. Gets shut down though because headshot coming out, and then peek. Basically, if TSM loses this round, it's on Crusher, no one else. Because yes, the other people kind of lost gunfights. However, Crusher was the only one who took gunfights he didn't need to.
He can't go for 2 though. Skadini will wrap that up, but on 1 HP now, 1 single health point as he ducks back into Rafters, collect a diffuser. All it will take is 1 shot from either full HP defender on the side of TSM to wrap this up with a nice little bow. Mark will put him in the dirt.
And 2v1s can't clutch, but is what it is. But see, it was a 5v3 that ended up becoming a 2v1. So it's still very winnable for a Team 1, even if they have the man disadvantage. And really, if Team 1 didn't kind of throw away 2 bodies there for 1, they had a good chance of winning.
Again, it's defensive Clubhouse.
I think it was actually a 4v2, but I'm not sure.
All it takes is 1.
And realistically, Rayduck didn't accomplish much other than dive in and take a little bit of health. I don't even actually think he took any health off of.
Okay, so Master Defense coming out. There are 4 bomb sites on Clubhouse. 3 of them are viable. 1 of them is should, if you can bring a Monty. So, with that, we go into the operator selection. Crusher is now on Smoke. Bolo is now on Cade. Merc is on... I'm a little curious that Merc he was on Jaeger, but now is on Legion, and then Achieved with Pojo's face is on Jaeger, with Bio on Valkyrie. So all the roles switch. Now, that's something I kind of like, kind of don't like. It depends purely on who you are. I think keeping somebody with I think that if you have a play style, you should be playing that play style. And so if you're a roaming Jaeger main, then maybe you should just keep with the Jaeger and play Jaeger on every site. But then maybe you're not comfortable on 2 of the sites, but you are comfortable on the other 2, at which point you can switch it up. But so it is what it is. But I kind of wish that some teams would kind of keep the same players on the same roles, same operators, and not switch them around as much. Because I see some teams will have I've seen somebody be on Castle, Jaeger, and Maestro, and all 3 of those are very different in how you play. And so I kind of wish that they would keep the same relative operators on each person. Because I think, in my opinion, that just makes you a lot more comfortable on them. So, but, I mean, it is what it is. All these players should be able to play different operators. But it really just comes down to personal preference, I'd say. But anyway, on the Team 1, same lineup, nothing surprising there. Most Clubhouse attacking teams will bring the same lineup for every single attacking round, just because it works. Yeah, I mean, if it works on each... I say it works, even though Team 1 hasn't won a single round, but it's what it is.
Bolo in his gunfight, so...
Really, Team 1, I'd say that they just... I'd say if they didn't rush in and played more... I'd say if Team 1 played more as a team, brought a little bit more utility by, say, dropping the sledge for maybe a Jackal with smokes, they could probably do a good amount. And I don't think that them. Yeah, I think that'd just be better for them. And this aggression is a little weird because in Team One's game against Team Secret back at I think the Allied Esports tournament, they played really passively on defense on Villa, and they they seemed like they could be a really good team if they could actually keep that up. Because I think a Latin American team that can just sit still and not be running around could go pretty far just because they get the ability to. I mean, they don't give away free picks, is what I'm saying. But Team One, they're kind of giving away free picks each round. Anyway,
a wasted potential. Maybe if you stack
rotate hole. I have no idea why Bola's laying down. Maybe looking through the drone hole, looking for drones.
Inside of rafters behind a deployable. Wasted potential. Maybe if you stack.
All right, reinforced. This is shot out. Possibly just to give angles, possibly to allow a nitro cell through. I have no idea why this is being shot out. We'll have to see how it's used. I don't know. Reinforce there, reinforce there. Okay. So this reinforcement makes sense. It lets you play construction a lot easier. However, well, it basically just makes it so you don't have to worry about the enemies. Just they have to either use utility, or they just have to leave it alone to open up that wall, which can cut off a lot of rotations. However, my problem with it is with this double reinforcement. I don't have a problem with this. I have a problem with this double reinforcement here, because all that's telling me is that you're giving up a very large amount of utility for your team. Because if I know that this is your setup, this double wall here, I'm going to bring a Nomad, have Thermite open this wall, Nomad here, and then just control here, wait for you guys to go for rotates, and I can kill you during that. And then the other 4 members of my team can clear out the rest of here, because with grenades you can clear out the entirety of the office area, so you can't play there. Once this wall is opened, you can't play inside of here. If you know someone's playing the stairs, you can send someone outside the window to clear there, so you really can't play the stairs area. Even then, it doesn't even matter. And then if you at that point, you can kind of almost just go for gunfights, because if they're investing the bodies over here to hold it, that means that you probably have man advantage, at least 4 versus 3 or 5v3 on site. So theoretically, if you have the Nomad charges, you don't even have to flank watch the angle here. You could literally just send the Nomad. You can just send the Nomad or whoever you want to, 1 or 2 people through here, then send 1 or 2 people through this area, because you can go through there, and then have 1 person on flank watch. And you can't sit anywhere inside of A, really. You can nade anyone in bathroom. So I really do dislike that. I think having a rotate hole here is better, because it gives the defenders the ability to retake site, because they don't have to choose between going through this doorway or running around the stairs. They could go through the doorway, they could go through here, they could go through here, they could then go through here, they could go through here. It gives them more options, but by having this reinforced, it kind of cuts off a lot of that.
Heavier on that balcony and try and pull that off, although 1 sledge hole, that's quite a funnel for everyone to line up onto an ACOG dock inside of rafters behind a deployable. A for effort, yeah. F for execution, basically, exactly, for Team 1 on that one. So now they have to turn their attention towards gym and bedroom. Interestingly enough, no bar stock defenses ever really on Clubhouse. That's not interesting. It's terrible. That was the
nobody wants to play it.
Secondary site for the first 2.5 years of this game.
That's because the other 2 are complete shit.
Garbage. And it's garbage now.
I don't think it's too garbage.
Don't tell me you guys play it.
I'm not saying anything.
No.
I'm not disclosing anything.
Oh, okay. All right.
I cannot confirm nor deny my strategies. Thank you.
Shrugs.
Shrug, exactly.
But despite that fact, I think the issue right now for Team 1 is these aggressive plays could work, but they lack the information to do it correctly. Like, they did not.
I disagree with the information. I think it's more they're struggling with the refrag potential. and they're pushing kind of individually, not as a team.
Know that Bolo was going to be holding the angle. They really didn't even know that the deployable shield was there. Like, okay, we know that more than likely they have somebody playing Garage, and there's more than likely going to be somebody on the top of Cash stairs. But that's really it. And when you try and make those aggressive plays happen, you have to have the information to back it up, and that's something that's quite lackluster for that.
Minute in, and stalling out has happened due to the Cade.
The top floor defense, and that's also a little shocking, as that's kind of a staple upstairs to be able to stall out this this bandit trick. But Bio
Double nitro cell kill from, I'm pretty sure that came from below. Wait, where is Bio actually?
goes massive right behind the bed inside of.
Oh, he just threw out a nitro cell. Okay. So really, that was just. I just want to say that was kind of a heads up play because most people aren't going to be checking this angle. And it was really just bad on Team 1 for stacking up there. But other than that, I mean, it was just... I mean, Team 1, they were in a position that they kind of shouldn't be. And they couldn't deal with it. So they got nitro celled. And it was more just due to Bio being able to read the situation and read what's happening. And less so that it was just a bad play from Team 1. Now, it's curious. Now, the thing is that this entire thing could be stopped, and it could still be a 5v5 if they simply had sent the Maverick over to the wall first to have him open it up. If they did that, this entire thing would, this entire 5v3 will not happen, because all you have to do is, I mean, it's no risk really. You Maverick trick the wall, Buck opens it up, congratulations, you've now opened the wall and you can do whatever you want.
So a little shocking, as that's kind of a staple upstairs to be able to stall out this this bandit trick. But Bio goes massive right behind the bed inside of Master, launches out a nitro cell and collects 2 free kills. Luca and Skadinia will both meet their demise.
Now Team 1's trying to figure out what the fuck they need to do.
TSM, again, on the defensive side of Clubhouse, we should temper our expectations, but on a bit of a rampage at the moment.
How in the hell did he even fit that nitro cell through that angle? If anyone else throws that, it sticks to the window.
And now nobody's watching Cash, which is why you need to take Cash in order for a master take if you want to play these windows. So really this just came down to Team 1. They fucked up their execution again, and yeah.
But nonetheless, amazing utility usage by TSM. They're biding their time. Team 1 is starting to slow down, and that's exactly what they want.
I'm wondering where the Cade went, because I don't think a grenade was thrown. I mean, maybe Buck was able to get the grenade off before he died, but it seems... I don't know.
It's been 2 minutes in, and they just now got Jacuzzi open.
That is bad. That should tell you that you are struggling on your attack if it takes 2 minutes to open up a wall. Where this wall could be opened in a minute if they simply said, okay, Maverick, go spawn by strip club. No, don't go in there. We need you to open the wall. And that's it. And that's it. That's all they had to do. If they did that, they could have if they sent Maverick over here, Thermite over to Cash, Thermite opens up Cash, they take Cash, then this could be a completely different round. But it's not, because they they fucked up.
They had to get those the Kaid electric claws off the wall. They're in a hidden spot, so you needed either the frag grenades from Lukid or the impacts from Skadinia.
Yeah, I want Bolo to get naded here.
Highway to hell, and now flashes come barreling in, but they're not going to connect.
So flashes followed by someone coming in. This is actually really good coordination from Team 1, where they know how to. This is kind of just they know how to entry frag. They know how to clear the angles. They know how to force somebody off of those angles.
Guess what? Both of those get blasted highway to hell, and now flashes come barreling in, but they're not.
Because I mean, the second the flash went off, then Reduct was there to frag, and the Thermite was there to back him up.
Connect, although Reduct at the SMG-11 will win out close range against.
I want to see. The sledge again
here.
Guess
what? Both of those get blasted highway to hell, and now flashes come barreling in, but they're not going to connect. Although Reduct at the
Okay, this was bad on Reduct because he didn't clear the angles here. So he was originally clearing So let's see. Kill comes in. Reduct recognizes. One thing is that Rise needs to get. If this execution's going down, Rise needs to get in sight and he needs to start shooting people. Because if he. That's really just what he needs to do. Where is. But then if. Rise should really be jumping in through this window right here. Free firing here. Because at least then either Rise or Reduct gets the kill. And it gets refragged. What's this display thing? I have no idea what that is. Probably something to do with the Epic Pen, but doesn't really matter. Anyway, so Reduct is clearing the angle. And then turns away because he doesn't fully clear it and thinks that it's clear. Turns away. Turns away. I think he sees someone. Tries to move 2, gets a few shots off, and ends up dying. So really, just Reduct didn't fully clear the angle he needed to, and maybe he was scared about somebody being on the bed. However, Rise should be in a position to refrag that, and I think he's pulling out a goo mine. No, he's... Wait, yes, he is. How is he pulling out a goo mine? Why is he pulling out a goo mine?
Out close range against Bolo.
No refrag coming. No refrag. Okay. Refrag. Okay, good refrag from Falls. I would have preferred if it was a little bit quicker. However, I'd say that just came down. Really, the two big things there were the double nitro cell kill and Sledge not clearing out the bed angle. Well, Sledge not clearing the bed angle and the Maverick not helping the team really there. I mean, really, other than that, that's just what it came down to. It's not like these are horrendously terrible strategies. It's just really bad executions coming from Team 1. And they're managing to mess it up in some way. It's kind of like that day you have in Siege where just nothing's going for you. And you think everything's going right, but just somehow everything goes wrong. And you don't know why. You don't know how. All you know is you need to get off the game for the rest of the day, and you're just done.
Shots to complete the task, and Merc and Crusher will wrap it up with a nice 2-piece of their own. TSM, bit of a wave right now, but of surging momentum in stark contrast to the beginning of Bank. They begin their defensive set. I think Bank was a
7-6 victory for TSM, so I don't want to go look at that game and see what they do there.
Giving nice congratulations to his teammate.
Anyway, on to the next round. Church defense coming out, I'm pretty sure. Unless it's not bar. Okay, no, it's not bar. They aren't throwing just yet. Achieved, dropped Valkyrie, and is now on Mozzie. Mozzie is basically a mute Valkyrie hybrid. He isn't as good at doing each one's job. However, he's better at doing... He's not as good at stopping drones as Mute is. He's not as good at getting information as Valkyrie is. But he is good. He's decent at getting both, at doing both those jobs. So it's kind of it's kind of the worst of both. Well, it's kind of the best of both worlds, just not as good. And yeah, really, that's all it is. And Team 1 to bring Monty now. They dropped the Sledge. We'll have to see how it works. That's all I can say. Maybe the smokes will help. I hope they got smokes. And we'll just have to see what happens.
The basement, last time around, it was Team 1 sending 2 attackers, the Thermite and the Buck in through dirt. Looks like maybe Reduct sick of not having any forward momentum on the rounds and look to be that.
Looks to me like the same relative setup.
I imagine this is again going to be a dirt-centric push for Team 1, but we'll have to wait and see if they can adapt to Bio playing inside of dirt. The shield, obviously, a good start to that, but what else are they going to bring to the equation?
So I have a question for you. What are your current thoughts on Mozzie? What are your thoughts on Mozzie?
Oh, Mozzie's amazing. We're a Mozzie team. Mozzie is one of the best operators in the game.
I love him. The amount of utility this man brings to the table is truly insane. And I've been saying that since the operators was like in conception, when they're like, hey, this is Mozzie, this is his utility, this is what it does. And I was like, you're telling me that he steals a possible 3 drones from an already very barrenless fruit of drones. Like, you only have a maximum of 10.
Okay, this is really bad. So,
this is his utility. This is what it does. Like, you're telling me that he steals.
Start has happened. Monty and Thermites are having fun in spawn by themselves, not moving. I don't know, maybe they're just scared. I don't know.
Free drone.
Maybe they're thinking, you know, maybe the Monty is being brought to clear out dirt. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it goes. It makes sense. Just, well, we're not even going to give you the gunfight since we tried for a 2-on-1 last time and it didn't work.
From an already very barrenless.
So Zofia is opening up the garage door. Reduct is droning out garage. He sees this Jaeger. He pings this Jaeger. So a ping tells you, hey dipshit, you might want to move. Hey, I know your position, you may want to move. Hey, you want to move? Probably want to move because I know where you are. However, if Reduct had simply not pinged, possibly Merc isn't paying attention to this drone, is looking at the door, and then Zofia comes in pre-firing, knowing this guy's positioning, and then it's a free kill. Well, it's not free, but it's at least, it's a very favorable fight for the Zofia. Because Merc doesn't know when the Zofia is going to swing. He doesn't know if it's going to be chest, if it's going to be a crouch level or a standing level. It doesn't know who he's going up against. He doesn't know any of that. So this ping just says, okay, yeah, you better move. We don't need this kill. We don't need it. You can go back to site. We found you, but we don't need this kill. We'll come for you later.
Drones. Like you
then
only have a
ping.
maximum of 10.
Yeah, he knows where I am. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fuck off now. Then the other thing is, if you're roaming or you're trying to play aggressively, use all of your utility. That is not good.
And then you
just throw it down
able to take
somewhere.
3 of those away. The offense is always starved for information, and being able to do that even more as well with a nitro cell, a 2 armor, 2 speed, and 2 great.
Okay, yeah, that can be destroyed by throwing an impact. Why Zofia? I don't know why that's the Claymore being used. It shouldn't be,
Guns.
but
Incredible.
One of the most aggravating setups to play against, especially as a support player when you're droning a lot, is a Mozzie and Mute combo.
Yes. Oh my god, it's insane.
You don't garner intel at all. Your pace is so slow, and it looks like Pojo, he's coaching. This is achieved. Has collected 1 drone in the back pocket, a possible 2 more to use. Also has a nitro cell, good maneuverability, great rate of fire weapons on either the
circuit's
Commando
opened
or the
at
Romy.
a minute in.
But here comes Rayduck in through dirt tunnel like I predicted.
Why are you? Oh god. Okay. Monty is a movable drone. He is a goddamn drone. He's not a gunfighter. You pick him and you treat him as a moving drone. So there is no purpose in sending in 10% of your drones, and you've already lost 1 to the attackers, so 10% is already gone. At best, you have 8 left. So 8 drones isn't going to get you far. You want a bunch of drones, and you're going to be losing them. So why are you risking your drone to drone something out instead of just saying, yo, Monty with the giant ass bulletproof shield. We are on a goddamn land build. You just stare at this guy and he will not touch you. So now go swing in. Okay. Okay, he's shooting you. But you have a shield. Okay. Okay, so you're in danger? No, I'm good. I'm good, man. This is a bad drone.
Waiting to see what this engagement
useful drone.
like.
Very useful drone. Gained a lot of information. There's a Maestro inside of dirt, just like how last round there was a Maestro inside of dirt. Dang, if only we knew that. If only we had gone 2 people gunned down inside of dirt last round. They'll never do it again. And they're scared now. They know that we're going to bring 3 people this round.
Initial target. Rayduck's not going to take any damage from that Evil Eye, though. It's going to bounce off the shield, so it looks like Bio's going to have to rework this and possibly bring Bolo with those
Fuck, I just sneeze.
Legion mines over in support.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is that it's been a minute and a half, and well, not a minute and a half, minute 15, and very little has been done from Team 1.
Well with shields, making it already Monting has
I don't know
to
what was
drop
just
that
open.
shield and take that out, otherwise he's going to take constant
So Moto
damage,
hatch was open.
That does damage indefinitely. It's
Also,
like
I'm not sure exactly what you want to call this hatch. Has a lot of names. You have bar hatch, moto hatch, because it's like there's a motorcycle in here, I think. Biker, like I think this is called biker or moto. I call it moto. I call it moto hatch as well. But it's like there's a bunch of different things you can call it. The next thing is there's a butt. Where's Buck?
You're going to be taking damage
Is that Buck there?
Montang has to drop that shield and take that out, otherwise he's going to take constant damage, and that does damage indefinitely. It's not a couple seconds.
So
as long as that is in your ankle, you're going to be taking damage every. Montang has to drop that shield and
okay. So I see Balls, Raz, Cadena, Reduct, and Lukid. Now, of these 5 members, where's the guy watching the blue flank? What happens if the defenders try to walk up those stairs? What if they say, you know what? I'm gonna walk up these blue stairs and then go walk my merry little ass up the cash stairs. And then, how useful will this roam clear have been? This is really just bad execution from Team 1. And it really is... this is just a very simple thing that shouldn't be happening. So a minute 20 roam clear has happened. Okay, great. Now tell me this. How are we going to contain this roam clear? How are we going to make sure that it wasn't all for nothing? Because if you don't correctly roam clear something, they can just go right back up if you have openings for them. And this right here is a pretty big opening. This claymore here is useless. That's also an opening. So theoretically, I mean, the thing is that for TSM, if they ran Valkyrie, they threw a cam inside of garage. They threw a cam inside of blue. They know both of those are clear. Okay, fantastic. Go for flanks. No one's holding the angle. Okay, great. Go for it. Because I mean, this is a roam clear that Team 1 then just says, okay, we know for a fact that you're never going to come up these stairs again. It's not going to happen in a million years. Well, here's the thing. If I know this is your strategy that you're going for, I know this is how you clear it, and I say, okay, you guys aren't watching blue. Great, I'm gonna get information in there, and I'm gonna make sure that when you guys leave it alone, I'm just gonna send another roam. I'm gonna have everybody downstairs, and then, okay, minute 41 mark. Okay, yo, Jaeger, Bandit, go run up blue stairs and then cash stairs, and then just wait for a flank at the 40-second mark and go for it. And that's it. That's all you have to do. But so really, this is just an oversight from Team 1.
Take constant damage, and that does damage indefinitely. It's not a couple seconds. As long as that is in your ankle, you're going to be taking damage every couple of seconds. So the longer Reduct keeps that shield up, the longer he's going to take damage per se. But Bio going to slowly but surely back up with that ulti as eventually a Gumine will make contact. He's back
Monty the drone.
This is where Bio needs to apply pressure. Is he going to be able to find
Balls hits a nice shot.
Actually finds Bolo behind him. The Bulls are going to slide past Bio, yet to hit another target.
You can see Reduct being that pushing force. They finally have some momentum. Skadina is going to take down.
Skadina kills Merc. That's the Jaeger. I think he was holding blue. I'm not actually sure. Can we go back 10 seconds?
Actually finds Bolo behind him. The Bulls are going to slide.
Where's Jaeger?
Bio,
I think Jaeger's
to hit another target.
No, okay. So Jaeger is holding here, possibly. So my best guess is why is okay? This is bad. So I see a Skadina.T1 and a Skadina.T1. So Skadina is droning in Skadina. So what happens here? What can Skadina do when he's looking at Merc through the drone? Well, what he can't do is shoot him. So nobody can shoot Merc right now, and Skadina is going to have to get off of his drone and then peek. And in that amount of time, Merc can relocate, and it can be old information. Now, I think what does happen here is Merc gets droned, goes to the rotate hole, gets gunned down by Skadina. However, you should not be droning yourself in. You should always have somebody else droning yourself in, unless you really just can't for whatever reason. But if you have the ability to do it, then do it.
You can see Rayduck being that pushing force. They finally have some momentum. Skadinia's going to take down Merc, I guess, above
Falls, it's a nice shot.
Storm in. Now you've got two members of TSM left remaining. The blue push in tandem with the dirt push. Too much to handle for TSM as vaulting the breach will now be Crusher taking shots from every conceivable direction. A 1v5 down to a 1v4 for Achieve. He's got pressure from the main stairs and well aware of this. But the ping's coming out and the diffuser being planted.
But see, this is kind of the execution that Team 1 needed. Now, if they had Skadina on the flank watch earlier, that would have been a lot better, and if he changed up his Claymore, that would also be good. However, it is what it is. Now, but really, I mean, Team 1 looks good with this.
Will now be Crusher taking shots from every conceivable direction.
Now, let's see this. Alright, so, Ojo kills Skadina, and from there, you know his positioning. You know he's inside of church. Now, you may say that he's like the Moto door in church, or he's in church Moto door or something. I don't know. But it really it doesn't matter. However, the reason I'm talking about this call out is
down to a 1v4 for Achieve.
Someone hits a goo mine.
And well aware of this.
I'm gonna take it out. You can move. People can move in this game. They have legs. I mean, you have legs. You can move. You can't just assume something is clear, because yes, you heard the call out. So let's see when the call out came.
Vaulting the breach will now be Crusher taking shots from every conceivable direction.
Gets the kill. So 54 seconds. Call comes out.
Down to a 1v4
you also can hear.
For Achieve. He's got pressure from the main stairs and well aware of this. But the ping
49. So in 5 seconds, Achieved, not Pojo, Achieved. Guns down Skadina, and then moves, and gets another free kill from it. And really, that's just a bad play coming out from Ryduct. I think it's Ryduct. No, Rise. But anyway, Rise goes down. And it might be Reduct, not Ryduct. I'm not sure. Also could be the pronunciation of it in Portuguese, so yeah, have fun with that. Anyway, that was just an oversight from Rise. There's no other word for it. He assumed that, Achieved would have been inside of the, inside of church and stayed inside of church. So, however, that's just it. He assumed something, it didn't happen, he got killed from it. Now, they probably won't lose this round.
Taken care of now swiftly by
okay.
Achieved.
They probably won't win this round. However, this is a really bad Monty play.
Close up on him, and now the calls will come out to the rest of his team. He's trying to bash.
So yes, you have a giant shield in your face, but you shouldn't be taking a one-on-one fight. Instead, why not just sit in the doorway, and then say, yeah, he's big door, yeah, still big door. Okay, he went Moto. Yeah, okay, he went church. Yeah, he's church. Okay, yeah, you notice how my hands aren't on my mouse or keyboard? Yeah, I don't need to do that anymore. They changed it, so I just have to press the button for the shield to come out. Yeah, okay, yeah, you two just watch blue. Just watch the rotate hole in blue. I'll go pee. And I'm not joking, that's what you could do. Because, it's a doorway and you're a Monty. That's it, that's all that it is, so... It sounds kind of stupid saying it like that, but that is kind of what it is.
Shield away and deal a slight bit of damage, but Falls will stop the bleeding for Team 1.
Now, imagine what would have happened there if Falls, because Monty's moving around so much, domes his buddy in the head, then thinks, oh shit, I just domed my buddy, then gets domed by Achieved, and now it's a 1v1 because Monty just didn't want to sit in the doorway and go pee.
And that'll be the Brazilians at least bringing one back in their favor.
The next thing is they're trying to push down dirt to take Armory. This fucking hatch must be open, because that hatch gives you the ability to drop to help your team. It gives you the ability to contest inside of this room. And it gives you your team a lot of pressure. This is not good. It is not good that within 2.5 minutes or whatever it is, you cannot open the hatch. I mean, that's just, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. It's something where if you struggle with that, then go in your scrims and work on that. Get five of your friends, and then, or just a few friends, and say, or just even your team, have two members of your team playing down here on defense while the other 2 or 3 are upstairs in kitchen, and practice opening this hatch. Because if you can't open this hatch, that will fuck you over. Because if you aren't applying pressure throughout the kitchen, and I know that as a defender, then maybe I'm going to go sit over here, and when you go for a church take, I'm going to shoot in. Maybe if you try and come through dirt, I'm going to have a crossfire from there and there set up. So it is bad that this cannot get opened.
Montaigne, the catalyst on that round, the distraction, and the blue push secondary, really wiping them out.
Hold on, I want to watch this kill from Falls again.
For team 1, and that'll be the Brazilians at least bringing 1 back in their favor.
Monty's making calls.
The catalyst on that round, the distraction.
Okay, this is actually really good from Falls. And this is kind of what I saw during their game against Team Secret, at least on their defense, was they were patient. They were patiently waiting for the enemy to come to them rather than them peeking and risking their life. Because if we look at what Falls is doing, is he's setting up into a position where he can actively contest. And when Monty's making calls, Falls, he's not exposing himself in any form or way. Now, he can't shoot the enemy, but he can get up very quickly and he can peek from the top, he can peek from the left, he can peek from the right, he can peek from the diagonal right, even the diagonal left. So he has all of these options to peek from. However, he's not peeking, which is good, but those are the options he has for when he knows that this guy's about to get by his Monty. So, that's good. Then notices, okay, they're coming down the hall. Okay, hold angle, free kill. No real peeking, in all honesty. It was just he got into a position where he was holding an angle and got the kill. And that was really good of him. Because he didn't peek, he didn't risk his life, he didn't do anything. He didn't turn. He just played patiently, and he got the kill from that. Now, I'm going to go pee. And when I come back, we will move on to the next round. All right, I'm back. Now,
Traction, and the blue push secondary, really wiping them out.
let's see if Team 1 can do the exact same thing they just did there for the next 2 rounds. Because if they can do that, they can win this. And I mean, in all honesty, I would say that if you're from Latin America, you probably have some of the best aim in the game. The problem comes with the execution of that aim, where you need to know when to play patiently, when to not, I mean, you need more patience, I would say. And I think that if you could take a Latin American team, like FaZe or, well, probably not FaZe since I don't think they're too aggressive, but probably like Team 1, if you took them, threw them into North America or Europe for a year, they could probably become one of the top 5 teams easy.
If you've watched enough Clubhouse games over the years, you can see the
okay, so
folks in the past, whether it be
TSM has a choice between Cash and Cash, Bar, and Basement. However, they're not dumb, so they're not going Bar. So with that, they they just elect to go downstairs again. They may think it's the better of the site. They may think that with Monty, I mean, really, the smoke is now coming out from Bio instead of the Maestro, which does make sense because I mean, they're using Maestro more just to hold dirt, and smoke can do that really well. It used to be back during the banana hunting meta, where there was always a glass. Glass would push down dirt in Clubhouse, and then smoke would be the one trying to contest that, and that was it. That was basically the meta of Clubhouse. It was dumb, but with that, Maestro's dropped for a smoke, which I really like because Team One brings a Monty. You got shut down because of it. Okay, you bring smoke. We'll have to see whether or not this smoke can work.
Version you've seen. A smoke and dirt will often dealing with a Montane. Throw a smoke grenade behind
and now,
the Montane.
A roam appears to be coming out from TSM.
You still want to back off. You don't want to play close range against a Monte because if he closes the distance, it's an easy shield bash and you're gone. But if you can separate him from his gun, you can cause panic and you can still deal some damage while backing off.
Now, one thing I want to say that I like is, although Team 1 has never gone for this church wall yet, Crusher is still opening up the top of it here, which gives them the option in case they do. That's something where that's just something saying, even though you have a 99% chance of not doing this, for that 1% of the chance you do, we're going to be ready for it. And that, in my opinion, is that's kind of a trademark of a good team, where you do the little things. And you don't just assume, you don't just say, okay, they pushed dirt twice now, they're not going to do it a third time. I mean, no, they're going to do it a third time because they did it twice now. So we don't have to open this up. So I like that they are still electing to have the option of impact tricking the church wall.
From his gun, you can cause panic and you can still deal some damage while backing off. You don't allow the gun to grab the ground with
I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. That little hole that was made. Anyway, Bolo is now... Who was Bolo playing last round? They had a Jaeger, I think. So who? I'm not sure who switched to what, but... Oh yeah, Mozzie. They dropped Mozzie. They dropped Maestro. And maybe a Jaeger? I think Jaeger, but I'm not sure.
Really stalls out a lot of time. And you can see that Bolo was trying to help with the goo mines as well.
And then they'll... To talk about this hatch, in the words of young.eg, they opened up the hatch so they can drop down the hatch. Really, that's just the purpose of it. If you're roaming, you want this hatch opened because that gives you the ability to drop and escape, because most of the time a push will be coming from Master as well as from Cash at the same time. So you can't go down the stairs, you can't fall back into Cash, so you either die, you either try and fight it, possibly get kills, probably die, or you drop hatch and maybe die. I mean, between maybe dying versus probably gonna die, I'd pick maybe.
That's not the same effect as a smoke grenade, and you got 3 of them in your back pocket.
Exactly. I think that the other main thing is...
Also, if you don't know what that Young quote was, try and find the game. I can't remember what it was. It was like a 4 a.m. game, and there were like 10 casters with like, I think it was, you had like Intero, Troy, Canadian, Young, Necrox. You had a bunch of people, and it was funny.
Is you have to keep that pressure off of your team. You can't have them constantly rotate to help you. Otherwise, we fall into what we saw the last time, where Team 1 was just able to create a fray inside of the site, and all of a sudden, you're just down to poach. Constantly rotate to help you. Otherwise,
so the droners spawned over on the north.
Fall into what we saw the last time.
Skadina spawned by himself. I don't like this. So, thinking about it, these two need to spawn over here. Because, yes, nobody was roaming the first 2 rounds. However, with the roam, you need this wall open. This wall has been reinforced. You need that open. Then if you have a Monty pushing, backed up with a Thermite and Zofia, that is... Like, if you have Monty going in, Thermite watching flank/droning, and Monty being the lovable drone he is, and Skadina going fragging on Zofia. That's good. That's how you should be playing it. But with this, I mean, what is Skadina really gonna do in this situation? Because he can't. If anybody's playing rafters, then Skadina can't just enter. This wall is reinforced, so he can't go in there. So there's not much he can do for this roam clear. He can't roam clear garage. He can't roam clear cache. He has to wait for his team to come run over. And they're droning right now, so
where Team One was
so
able
this
to
is
create
not
a
the
fray
best.
inside of the site, and all of a sudden you're just down to Poge, or achieved as, oh my gosh, Mozzie, Pojo man, whatever, blah. Anyways, so as Mozzie, 1 versus 5, and you're just stuck, all because they established that angle to cut off people trying to rotate to help out Bio inside of Mud. Oh, Merc's gonna be all the way upstairs, okay.
Well, they swap off the Mozzie and they take the Mute, but the Mute Jammer is just out of range.
It's
You
a
got a
three-man
three-man
roam.
set
You have
topside.
Bolo, Merc, and Pojo. Yeah, Bolo, Merc, and Pojo, man. Okay, so this can be really dangerous for TSM. If Team 1 can read it. If Team 1 knows this is the lineup coming, then this can be really bad. Because if Team 1, there's an angle over here where you can repel. Okay, so you have the wall. Here, let me try and draw a picture of this. It's over in this direction. It's outside. You have, if I remember correctly, you basically have the building here, with the doorway to kitchen being here, the doorway to supply, whatever the hell it is there. And there's a group of boxes like right here that goes up to a balcony area on the top of here. And there's a ladder like right here. Well, you can actually rappel right on these boxes, and it's like a chain link fence, but because you're so close, you can easily look through them. And you can look all the way down this hallway, and you can see right here. So you can see anyone coming down the stairs. Now, it's hard to hit the shots on a 3-speed sprinting. However, most people aren't going to be sprinting. They're going to be checking the angles. So if they hold the flank there, and they can push dirt quickly enough, they could get some free kills on the rotate back. So this could work out for Team 1 if they can read this.
Right now, Merc achieved and
I don't think they will, though.
playing on a roaming capacity. And oh, he just spots one pushing down blue stairs. Who in the hell is that? Hitting a lesion mine.
Who the hell is
stairs. That's
that?
Falls, their
Falls?
breacher as well. The Thermite looking to push down blue.
I'll
but
kill
Bio will take
Skadina.
down Skadina from inside of dirt. What is happening? Merc with another
Merc
SMG
kills
11
Raz,
kill.
Pojo man.
TSM, an onslaught of kills all coming their breacher as well. Achieved and Bolo all playing
Where's
on a
Skadina?
roaming capacity. And oh, he just spots
Well, Bio is...
one pushing down blue stairs. Who in the hell is that? Hitting a lesion mine in the midst of blue stairs. That's Falls, their breacher as well.
I want to say Legion's the bane of Latin America, where they just try and crouch walk in.
The Thermite looking to push down blue, but Bio will take down Skadina from inside of dirt. What is happening? Merc with another SMG-11 kill, and TSM, an onslaught of kills all coming their way. Falls will take one on the flank, but it's a double up inside of blue. Right up the shield.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know what this call was. I mean... I don't know what the hell just
Well,
happened.
they swap off the Mozzie and they take the Mute, but the Mute Jammer
So
is
maybe
just
they
out of range.
recognized
You got
a lot of people
three-man
off
set
site.
offside right now.
That doesn't
Merc
mean just
achieved
run
and
him
Bolo
and
all
just
playing
die.
on a roaming.
So... what the hell is going on?
It's going to be all the way upstairs, okay.
Well, they swap off the Mozzie and they take the Mute, but the Mute Jammer is just out of range. You got a three-man set topside right now. Merc achieved and Bolo all playing on a roaming capacity. And oh, he just spots one pushing down blue stairs. Who in the hell is that? Hitting a
This is why you can't push from blue. You can get condensed on from a lot of different ways. So this
lesion mine in
is...
the midst of blue stairs. That's Falls, their breacher as
Paul
well.
should not be going down here. Yeah. If you read that there are 3 people off site and you want to do a fast push, then do a fast push from the kitchen area. Just walk down the stairs Because if there are two on site, someone's going to try and flank you, so have a flank watch, free kill. You then could either put someone watching the blue flank or on blue stairs or wherever, it doesn't matter. But by doing that, you can theoretically take church pretty easily, especially if the smoke isn't there. And with Monty pushing, you could theoretically just smoke off the rotate hole, smoke off the door, push in, watch angles, clear angles, and then just play the bomb. And that's if you wanted to do a fast push, but it.
Oh, the Thermite looking to.
Skadina tried to come down dirt. Never. Why is Skadina going down dirt when the last time you went down dirt without a Monty, you had two people gunned? I feel like there's overconfidence in the aim of a lot of Latin American teams where they try and take fights. Well, I think it's just the meta is you just take fights, and it doesn't always work out. Especially doesn't work out if you're ready for it and you're playing passively.
Push down blue, but Bio will take down Skadinia from inside of dirt. What is happening? Merc with another SMG-11 kill, and TSM, an onslaught of kills all coming their way. Falls will take one on the flank, but it's a double up inside of blue.
Monty is coming out of spawn. Monty is droning. Now, it's not bad to have Monty droning at first. However, why not have the Monty acting as the drone instead of having him drone and suddenly it's a 1 versus 4?
Right.
So, he's gonna die.
Alive. If Reduct wins this out.
Okay, two people are dead, so I gotta watch it. Let's see what happens. How do they manage to turn this into a 2v1?
What the hell happened here? Like, all right, well, Reduct in a 1 versus 4. You never see these go right when it's a Montang. They have everything under the sun to possibly deal with him.
Do not push as a team to kill the last guy. Like,
he's getting Toxic Babe. He's getting Nitro Cell. No. He's going to go for a shot. He's actually
Wow, I wonder why we shouldn't push the last guy. Come on, guys, we can push him. It's 4v1. It's okay. There's no way he's going to kill 2 of us.
Gonna find 2. Yeah. Reduct, this is starting to become winnable. You are Monty.
I really want Reduct to win this. Now, he's probably not because there are 2 smoke canisters left. Okay, if Bio somehow managed... Okay, well, I just want to see if... I want Reduct to win this just because it'd be hilarious.
Alive. If Reduct wins this out...
Also, I haven't actually seen these games, so I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Besides, I'm pretty sure TSM wins this.
No words. I have no words.
Oh, he's going to push in through blue box, heading in towards K9, and now Alicia Mine in the speed and a smoke grenade, and that's going to do it. That's
no.
5 HP. Has to pull the pin, and the smoke will choke him out. So TSM, a beautiful response there.
Okay. 4v1, do not rush the fucking Monty. I mean, it's... Just don't push the goddamn Monty. Wait for him to go in barbed wire, throw a smoke behind him. Throw a smoke in front of him. He's going to take a shit ton of damage. Get your Legion mines, have them set up so he has to step on them. You win. Now, they do win that, but they almost threw.
Team 1, although they had a drone upstairs, it looked like they wanted to play off the intel that there were roamers. And
also, isn't smoke fantastic with it being client-sided? Don't you just love being inside of clear, breathable air and then suddenly somebody breaking the Geneva Convention manages to trick you because he found out a way to put clear air inside of his yellow air?
Try and push aggressively onto the site. They just were not well prepared for the collapse. The shield wasn't really there to be that driving force. That momentum that they had from last round is gone now.
Yeah, as well as, I mean, look at the scoreboard. Strat over and over and over again. Not anymore. Throws a different look. Completely throws Team 1 off guard. They thought that they had map control right at the gate.
I don't think they knew they had map control. I think they knew that there were only 3 people on site, but I don't think they know how legs work.
Didn't even have to drone. Didn't have to do
anyway,
anything.
cash defense coming out. So TSM can go either cash or master. However, I think cash is kind of preferred. I feel like master is a little bit I think it's a little bit easier to lose, in my opinion, and that's just my personal preference. That's just my personal opinion. But I think Cash is just better than Master. But I think a lot of teams do prefer it, but both are viable.
Drone. You don't see that too
Anyway,
often, especially when
operator lineup, so Monty's being brought, so Smoke's staying. Bolo's on Maestro instead of Doc. I mean, it makes sense. You're bringing more utility. You're dropping the Doc, who you're bringing for fragging power. Like, Doc's a fragger. He is. At this point, he's more of a fragger than Ash is, I would say. No, not Ash, Jaeger. Because at least Jaeger can stop grenades.
you're still trying to gain map control.
Then I kind of wish this Buck would be dropped because he's doing absolutely nothing. I mean, bring someone else. Bring Smokes. Bring... I don't know. Just bring someone else. Anyway, let's see what happens.
So TSM now head back up to CCTV and Cash, and this is going to be the last defensive round for them. And honestly, that lost round downstairs was a bit of a godsend for them. Now they can head back up to CCTV and Cash. They don't have to end the half on a losing note, well, possible losing note, even though they were successful last time they defended Gym and Bedroom. That's typically your tertiary site that you're supposed to lose, really, on Clubhouse. And
okay. At this point, there's no respect coming out from TSM. They're literally saying, Team 1, you're a joke. We're going to run out you. We're going to spawn kill you. We will give you the ability to turn this into a 5v4 at the 5-second mark, and we'll give it to you, and we're just going to take the fight.
Mark is going to start things off. The 4th of July
Not
was
checking
yesterday,
spawns,
but fireworks
gets
abound
killed.
for the American team. And there goes your...
I don't know what angle this is, because that seems to come from the door, but I have never seen this before.
Now you don't have a Thatcher. Now the wall's electrified. You don't have a Mav. You've got nades and you've got stuns and impact.
Now Maverick is dead. So Team 1's, I will say they're probably going to lose this. Now with Maverick dead, they need to say, okay guys, we have fucked up. We are not going to be able to take this site. Actually, could they? I'm thinking. With Monty, it makes it doable of taking Garage. However, it could also just be, however, with Smoke in play, it could be hard. So I say figure out where the hell the Smoke is, and wherever he is, go somewhere else. So if Smoke is playing stairs, then go Garage. If Smoke is playing inside a Garage, go Master, and just change it up. Anyway, just a word of advice: if you are playing one of the most important operator on your team, don't expose yourself to spawn kills. Now, hold on. Now, I'm not going to say that the Maverick really exposed himself. He maybe didn't even know about that spawn kill. I sure as hell didn't. And I don't even know where he got shot from, in all honesty. I don't. But, I mean, it's just sit down for 5-10 seconds and spawn. And don't try and do anything cheeky. Just sit down, throw a drone out, check the windows with that, and then go. Pick up your drone as you go. And it takes an extra 10-15 seconds, but you don't lose a Maverick on Clubhouse when you have no Thatcher.
To open up the wall. It's not the end of the world here for Team 1. It's going to slow things down a hell of a lot, though.
You know when you pick your operator lineup with your team and you go, hey, you, don't die. Like that's exactly what's going on. And
never open up that wall like the Buck just did. That is a terrible way to open it up.
A hell of a lot, though.
You know when you pick your operator lineup with your team and you go, hey, you, don't die.
What happens if somebody's playing here and they react to the soft wall by getting opened by shooting the guy? Wouldn't it be safer if you simply stayed up on the roof and then opened it up? I think it would be. That's how I would do it.
That's exactly what's going on. And
I don't even think I don't even know if you can rotate there.
That was a little bit of a blunder right there, but immediately going to hop off is a couple of skeleton.
I don't think you can rotate through that.
Go through the construction wall, but nonetheless,
two drones coming in to.
For team. All right, that was a little bit of a blunder right there, but immediately going to hop off is a couple of skeleton key.
So I see a drone in Garage. I see a drone in the. I'm not sure what it's called. Like whatever this area is.
Well, it's going to go through the construction wall, but none.
I see drone 1, drone 2, kind of drawing the same area. Doesn't even matter if anyone's there because it's just not going to help you take the map or take site. If it's a nitro cell, then that matters only if you're going for a plant, so you can deal with that late round. So for now, there's no reason to really be drawing this.
Still slow goings here for Team 1 as Merc has definitely found an answer, and it's fight fire with fire.
You got a flank coming up now from Merc, and then set things off with a bang on this round. Rayduck has made his way all the way in, dropping the logistics hat.
Okay, nobody is droning this Monty in. And there are times when a Monty can be the drone. There are times when the drone must be the drone. This is one of those times a drone must be a drone. Because, is construction clear? I don't know. Is the showers clear? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to look at construction and get shot by showers. Okay, I'm going to look at showers and get shot from construction. You have to gamble. And if you're trying to gamble a bunch, and you're probably not going to win a lot of the time. Yeah, I mean, if your thought process for winning games is let's just gamble it away, then that's bad. That's just gonna lose you. That's just gonna lose you games.
Master. You can see the construction hold that was once held by Crusher on that Cade. He's now fallen back all the way to sight as that construction wall got ripped open by the skeleton key, and Merc is all the way in the basement now, going for a full set rotation to the main stairs, and this could be the flank of Dreams now as Rayduck has pushed his head just inside the door frame. Drones will come out from Skadinia as well. There's no flank drone, it looks, being occupied. 3 members of Team 1 all coalescing inside.
So Luke is below. Makes sense. You can do a lot of damage there with a Buck. However, Buck hasn't really done anything. With that, then, is the fact that there's no one watching the flank. Now, I really hope that this Maverick is on a flank drone and he's going to say when Merc comes up the stairs. Because if not, then I think Team 1 just needs to, like, really just... They need to go back to the drawing board and they need to go back to just the basics of Siege, because if you're I mean, people can come from behind. Most of the time in Pro League level play, people don't go for the flank through Master onto the construction because there are so many teams have someone on flank watch or have a drone on flank watch. They have some way of dealing with the flank.
Construction with Luca downstairs. Here comes Merc. I want to...
Smoke comes out, however, minute 40. You can burn a lot of time with that.
See some more fireworks, Merc. Pushing up towards the main stairs. He'll rest his head inside.
Merc has no reason to push right now. It's a minute and a half in. They have man advantage, and they kind of know the push that's going to happen.
Still have the Buck pressure from below, and I imagine that's what is causing...
Also, Buck has begun bucking, so maybe they're going to think, okay, we need to deal with this Buck first.
He wants to isolate and remove Luca to start with before going for the flank. The thermite charge will come out onto the wall momentarily. You still have the Buck pressure from below, and I imagine that's what is causing his hesitation. He wants to isolate and remove Luca to start with before going for the flank. The thermite...
Oh, I was wondering what gun that was. For some reason I thought it was a Jack, and I was really confused. Anyway, let's see whether or not walking in through a doorway and a wall face roughly 2 feet apart will work.
Will come out onto the wall.
I vote no.
This is a beautiful start here for Team 1. They just gotta wait for the explosion.
Merc kills Lukid because he's not paying attention. Rumors exist.
And there goes Merc taking down Lukid.
Nobody was on a flank drone helping him out. I mean, you're literally underneath sight, and it's going to take about 5 seconds to get to you if somebody wants to go from sight, if that. Then you know that there's a roamer, so you need a flank drone, and you have someone dead to watch it. Now, just to make... I mean, maybe Team 1 is just saying, you know what? We are scared of this flank. Yo, Buck, go die. We need you on this drone. We need you on these flank drones.
Good.
But
you saw that, man?
I mean, really, this is just... Team 1 is just... I mean, TSM is just running around Team 1. They're saying, yeah, there's a reason why... you're a Latin American team. Well, there's a reason why you guys don't go far in... There's a reason you guys don't usually go far in the tournaments. And I don't know why. Now, yes, Team 1 is not the best Latin American team in the world. Let's actually see. They are, if we look at the rankings, LATAM, Season 10, right now they are 2-2. So they're like I'd say they're an average team for Latin America. However, it's kind of weird looking at it because lost 7-5 against them, won 7-0 against them, beat Immortals, who was, I think, the second team. I think they were... were they not the number 2 team of last season? I can't remember. The Immortals, I know them to be one of the better teams of Latin America, up there with FaZe at times. Loses to Nip, Was it Nip? But it's, I mean, Latin America is just weird. It really is. Anyway, with that, back to the game.
Sprinting through the wall, those silhouettes.
I mean, really, this is just, it's a middle of the pack. It's middle of the pack TSM versus middle of the pack Team 1.
Out from that
so
spectator system. You can see him downstairs running towards Cash Stairs. As
Achieved gets dropped by Falls. What was this
finally,
angle?
It's going to be Pojo's. He's trying.
What's that angle? Hold on.
Sprinting through the wall, those silhouettes.
Achieved. Hold on, I'm looking for. Where's Pojo, man? Bio Bolo Crusher. I do not see. I see Merc. Where's Pojo?
Silhouettes helping us out from that spectator system. As you can see him downstairs running towards Cash Stairs as Falls will.
Here goes Mark taking down Lucan.
You saw that man sprinting through the wall, those silhouettes helping us out from that spectator system. As you can see him downstairs running towards Cash Stairs. Falls
I want to say it was somewhere on the Cash Stairs around here, but I'm not sure.
Find a life finally. It's going to be Pojo's. He's trying to stomp out the rest in sight, but still plenty of time on the board, so you're not going to see TSM get too aggressive here just yet. Toxic Babes abound for them, though, as smoke play will.
Oh, God. Okay. Do not smoke yourself when you're going for a push. You smoke the sight line between you and the enemy, or like that's you smoke the sight line, because let's just look at this now. So blue person is you. You're blue. Yeah, I can't even go yellow. I don't think I can go yellow because of this. Yellow person. I mean, black person is the enemy. Now, you have two options. The first, you're trying to plant right here. Actually, let's just go. Does yellow work? Yeah. So you're trying to go right here. Now, if this person sees you, actually, no, it doesn't even matter if they see you. So now, you have two options. Option number one, you smoke. So option number one is here. You smoke yourself and walk out and get your ass gunned. Option number two, you smoke in between where you want to go and the enemy to cut off sight lines, so they have to push through here, and that gives you the advantage. Which one do you think would be better? I mean, I'm serious. That's something that's a very small thing that is really big, and it's a really big thing in the. It's a small thing that can have big consequences.
He's trying to stomp out the rest
where,
of the site, but still plenty of time.
So you want to cut off the angles for here? Fantastic. Why not smoke here? You want to cut off the angles over there? Okay, smoke over on the wall. Never just try and smoke where you're trying to push through. I mean, it literally is. It's something that's really small, but I mean, it doesn't work for. It really doesn't work for a reason.
On the board, so you're not going to see TSM get too aggressive here just yet. Toxic Babes abound for them, though, as smoke play will come in. Reducto going to apply pressure, Falls sprints through with
him.
They're trying to find any answer.
What the fuck? Oh, God. Okay. So, back onto the thing about smoking. Well, it's so great that the attackers can just, like, it's okay, man. We're going to cut off the line of sight for them, and I assure you, we will never have this fuck up in any way at all. There is no way that this could possibly go wrong. I mean, look at that. They're literally can knife each other. And they're looking. I'm sorry, this is just hilarious to me. It really is. But I mean, here's the thing. This thing's soft, so that's soft. These are soft. I mean, you're really gonna struggle to get a plant down there if you don't have good smokes. I mean, at this point, you may just want to say, fuck it. Smoke out here, have Monty go in, turn his back, plant in the doorway. But I mean, this right here. This right here.
What a
I mean, then... Okay, so... Bio kills... Wait. Yeah, Bio kills Reduct, the Monty. And then Skadina gets killed from Crusher, so... Bio kills Monty. Crusher kills him. Fall is soft, so Fall is probably isn't going to plant. I would love it if he does, and probably just turns around like, what the hell? Someone was here?
wonder happening right now. Bio, turn around, Crusher.
Yes, I know what's going on. It's great. But, no, seriously, that's why you need to be able to see. And throwing this smoke here just fucked everything up. It really did. And this situation, Monty stands in doorway. Smoke here. Smoke here. Attackers can't come through there. One person watches there. One person watches there or watches like this. Doesn't matter. And then you try and plant somewhere. That's the only real thought process about what could happen here. But instead, the only smoke that went out was here. And then the defenders literally ran through the smoke. I mean, literally, in Counter-Strike, the meta is, at least the meta was, well, not really meta. I'm not sure exactly if it was meta or so, but at least from what I heard, I never really played it. But if you treat smokes as walls for the first few seconds because nobody runs through them. Well, there was literally someone named Stewie who was nicknamed the Smoke Criminal, at least according to Super Stidham. If you want to watch some good YouTube video highlights, go watch Super Stidham. It's hilarious. But he was literally known for walking through smokes. So people do it. You can't treat it as a wall. And that's exactly what Team 1 did. So...
What the shot, TSM! Gonna finally find their last answer. 5-1 here on the defensive half.
Look at that. Just look at that. It's so...
What a blunder happening right now. Bio, turn around, Crusher! What the shot, TSM! Gonna finally find their last answer. 5-1 here.
These are not team members. They're trying to kill each other. One bad smoke
on the defensive
is all it took for that.
That had to be the strangest thing Crusher had ever seen, as three people just spawn out of nothing inside of the smoke.
Look at Bolo's confusion right now, and it's hard not to agree with that sentiment. Really, for me on that one, it's the unfortunate nature of the flank wasn't being watched, and also Merc just starting things off with aggression really put Team 1 on their heels to begin with, and that never stopped. Team 1 were on their heels the entirety of the round, and for Merc on that round, a big show-stopping play there with 2 big picks, and then the Toxic Babe coming out. You can see Reduct.
Okay, timeout came.
I was like, okay.
Probably appeared in the bottom, but I didn't pay attention. It was on the bottom. Anyway, side switch. It is 5-1. This is not a 5-1 defender-sided map. At most, it's a 4-2. Most likely, it's a 3-3. But with that, basement defense coming out. TSM, they're bringing... Okay, so Bio is on IQ. I think Bio runs IQ a good amount. But, I mean, Valkyrie, Mozzie. So Valkyrie, Mozzie, Bandit. Even though I really can't do much about Bandit. And Legion. All of those can be countered by the IQ. Then maybe if a Pulse was coming out to counter that, so you have options. Then Crusher's on Thermite, Bolo's on Hibana, Merc is on Sledge, and Achieved is on Zofia. Okay, the fuck is this? Okay, TSM is lucky as all hell that Team 1 did not go cash. Because if they did, there's really no way of getting rid of the bandit trick besides chunking nades, at which point a Jaeger throwing down enough of his devices can stop that. So, yeah, I would say that TSM is lucky with this. Team 1, if Team 1 had gone, if they had gone cash, I think that this lineup would have, this could have been bad for them, because they have no way of stopping a bandit trick, no way of getting rid of a Cade. Yeah, it's really just not. They're just lucky on that. That's a bit of an oversight, I would say.
It's not over. Don't get me wrong. They're down.
Also, why is there no Cade? Thatcher is banned. Yes, Maverick is in play, but that forces Maverick to do other shit. Raz, what are you doing? Okay, so why no Cade is in play, I don't know. That's a mistake in my opinion. That just lets TSM destroy everything they want to destroy besides anything Bandit did. And I don't think throwing a Bandit on the kitchen hatch is going to work. At least it's never worked for me. Maybe it works in this. Maybe it works in this game level. I don't know. But with that, okay, I gotta see a set, because why Rise is reinforcing this, I do not know. So I've seen one team try to actually roam around the master area, and it was in the Fnatic versus Empire game. And there's a reason why Fnatic lost 7-0 against Empire. And it had to do partly with that roam.
Down 1-0 in the series.
Yeah.
TSM.
The difference is Team 1's actually reinforcing stuff. However, I don't think this is going to be enough.
Bank 7-5.
What is going on here? I am confused. I want to see what happens.
Clubhouse. TSM still have to go to the attack. Defense is the more favored site statistically across all regions on Clubhouse.
And the one thing that I didn't talk about that's different, I mean, I think I've talked about all of these operators before, so it doesn't really matter. Information, kills 30 seconds, information hybrid, as well as stopping drones, and then, I mean, no Thatcher, no Thatcher, no Maverick, no Twitch. This guy's gonna be useful. Maybe. If it's a church push.
Like you said, barring
if not, then
Empire comes to mind from Milan. That really just
I don't even want to talk about it. I have nightmares about that. I didn't even play the game.
Yeah. So barring a few exceptions to the rule, Clubhouse is more defensive sided currently. So you still have Team 1 within arm's reach. I mean, you get a couple rounds here, which is pretty typical, splitting the half. My only concern is the order in which the rounds came. You've got a really just a suffocating round at the end there for TSM to win. It really takes the life out of you for Team 1 heading into the half. And you can see TSM taking their tack timeout, knowing
Dirt gets opened by Thermite.
Momentum. We just got another one up. We're up huge. We definitely won that half. You know, taking a 4-2 half.
The Shield opens up Cash, drawing himself in. Is he drawing himself? I think so.
Any other map. They know they stretch their advantage just a little bit further, and they want to lock it down right now. It gives Team 1 a second to breathe, but this roam setup right now from Team 1 as well. This is a downstairs defense, I might add.
Okay.
And you've got multiple members up towards Jim.
So I'm thinking about this setup. I'm also wondering why Skadinas has 80 HP and where he took 20 HP from, but I see the shield here because Skadina's trying to bandit trick this. Oh god. Okay. God. Alright. So let's say that you're trying to bandit trick this wall. God, I really hope that we have a Jaeger to put his ADS right there, so I don't have to worry about a window or something where somebody can chunk a fucking grenade and have it land where I am bandit tricking and kill me free of charge. Literally, like, you need a Jaeger here if you want to play here because of grenades. The fact that there is no Jaeger in play and they want to hard hold positions is dumb.
And logistics.
Well, in typical T1 fashion, we're going to have more people off-site than we have on. So something that TSM is definitely going to have to try and find an answer for. And I feel like that was the issue with Team 1. They should be used to this aggressive playstyle. I mean,
I see, dang, Crusher. He is in a dangerous position because Reduct is in bar, and then Mozzie's coming up the stairs of blue. So let's see what happens.
They put 92 down in the dumps at Vegas, and that is one of the most aggressive teams that we have inside of Rainbow Six.
Then it goes down. Oh, please tell me this was a grenade. Please tell me it was a grenade.
The issue with Team 1, they should be used to this aggressive playstyle. I mean,
something gets opened. I'm not sure what just got opened, but something did.
Down in the dumps at Vegas.
No, he's got shot.
And that is one of the most aggressive teams that we have inside of Rainbow Six Siege. Skadina's actually going to be down.
Vegas downed. I have no idea how he got downed. How did he get downed? Yeah. I have no idea how he got downed. Because I see blood splatter right here and here. Maybe this is blood splatter, I'm not sure, but he got shot. I don't know from where, and he's crawling out here. Maybe it was the sledge, but sledge should have had an angle to kill him.
Is going to go off, but it's not going to land on literally anyone. Bolo actually baiting is going to be able to take down Luke. I don't believe that he knows Skadina's down. No, he doesn't. He was just holding the angle. Cell is going to go off, but it's not going to down in the dumps at Vegas, and that is one of the most aggressive teams that we have inside of Rainbow Six Siege. Skadina's actually going to be downed upstairs as a nitro.
How Skadina manages to crawl out? Actually, I don't know if the angle exists for Bolo to kill Skadina.
Cell is going to go off, but it's not going
Luca just throws away his life there.
To land on literally anyone. Bolo actually baiting is going to be able to take down Luke. I don't believe that he knows Skadina's down. No, he doesn't. He was just holding the.
Okay. So Bolo drones out someone's downed, says, okay, I'm gonna go in. Because there's not gonna be a third person on the stairs. Because there really shouldn't be. There really, really shouldn't be. So why there is, I don't know.
Angle fires for another shot.
Now maybe you can say that's an oversight with droning. It is a little bit, but it's also kind of a why the hell is there a third person off site?
Pojo to trade it out as it's Reduct on the stairs. He finds
gets refragged. He actually kills Pojo there as well.
Baiting is going to be able to take down Luke. I don't believe that he knows Skadina's down. No,
Ooh,
he
the
doesn't.
timing.
He's just holding the angle. Fires for another shot, but Pojo to trade it out as it's Reduct.
Gets 2 kills, runs away, gets refragged.
On the stairs, he finds yet another, but Merc with the refrag.
Maybe 3.
We're playing the trade.
So the aggression has kind of paid off for Team 1 here. Remind, it is a 3v2.
And TSM's going to come out on top of the pile.
Well, it's a 3v2 now, and the advantage of TSM, that roam clear taking some losses. You lose Bolo and you lose Poj, but you still have, sorry, Achieve, not Pojo. You still have the 3v2 advantage. You have the firepower advantage, honestly. You've either got a Commando or a Roni, low damage on either one of them. And you've got an SMG-11, extremely low damage. We also have a shotgun to play point blank. The advantage at range, huge advantage here for TSM. Man count advantage, the only real, detractor to TSM's attacking portion for the site execute here is that Rise still has all 3 of his smokes, and they can stall you out for a long time.
Alright, so with Smoke getting droned out there, he should have moved a lot quicker. I mean, once you get droned, you need to move. Because if they just say, okay, if they just said, okay, Merc, hold up on your sledge, get ready to sledge open, have somebody then push down the stairs, someone pushes, Merc sledges, Smoke says, oh shit, I gotta move, he moves, gets gunned down by the other person, 3v1.
This is where, as you know, information matters a metric crapload. In these instances where it's if you lose one, it instantaneously shifts gears over to the other team's favor. This is where it all matters at the end of the day. And there's actually going to be a soft panel on the church wall that will be opened up. So it's going to put Rise and a Rock in a hard place. As they're pre-firing over the minibar, Merc might motion in, pre-firing down towards Armory, and that's not what you want to happen.
Rise wins the gunfight, no information. Falls gets killed from Bio.
Bio to trade it out, though. It's going to be a 2 versus 1. Bio, Merc, Rise. That's who's going to be in this hell in a cell, as it's going to be played pretty close to the chest here by Rise behind Black Box. Bio, so they go for the crunch here. Has to win this initial gunfight, but it's going to be Bio.
2 people peek at a time, and I mean, you can choose one angle, die by the other.
Win it out.
I disagree with the positioning of Rise there, because there's not much he can do from this position. Yes, it's defensible. However, you don't have anywhere to go. So if they know your positioning here, then they could have one person swing in here and one person swing in here at the same time, or one person swing in here while the other person swings in from here, which is basically what happened.
That's who's going to be in this hell in a cell, as it's going to be played.
Actually, maybe not. Does Merc just back off? No, Merc goes forwards.
They go for the crunch here. Has to win this initial.
Okay, so they both
were there. Bio to win it out.
That was good. That was good from Team 1. I mean, not from from TSM for doing that.
DL of TSM is they're going to push it all the way to map everything point to try and move on here at Dreamhack. Almost said Dreamhack Montreal. Dreamhack Valencia.
That's in September, Sam.
I'm sorry.
Yes, no, we are in Valencia, Spain, the European local. TSM taking the lead, though, 6-1. Luke right now. Or less. This is your site you probably lose on Clubhouse defense more.
Master defense coming out. Okay, the thing is that Team 1 showed one setup where they just ran around upstairs for basement. They need to have more than one setup, and they need to just be able to sit down and say, okay, we're just going to put 5 bodies on site, because you can do that for Clubhouse basement, and they can just hold like that. It's not, they don't need to, they don't need to go here. But anyway, with that, let's see what happens.
And yet, their lives hang in the, well, not their lives. It's you got to make it out of your group. You're waiting on the Rec Trust game to kind of, I guess, seal your fate, really, to see what's going to happen. You still have 2 more games to play. However, not picking up a map, tiebreakers are going to be problematic. So, yeah, I hate to say it, but kind of their life is on the line here, and they're going to head to gym bedroom.
All right, so reinforcements coming out. Double here, double here. You have this double if you turn B into a kill box, because you want to, really that's the only way it works. You either have a rotate hole here, or you just have a double reinforced. I prefer a rotate personally, but it is what it is, and yeah, really, it just is what it is. Then reinforced here, you don't want to be able to cut off angles from the outside of cache. Rotate hole here, nothing special. Wall's reinforced over there, I think. That double wall got reinforced. I'm not even sure the outside of cache was reinforced, but we'll see. Operator lineup, same one coming from TSM. I kind of wish they dropped bio for someone else in this situation. Like a Twitch is one of the few times I'm going to say bring Twitch, because drone hole here, send the drone in, destroy any bandit batteries, destroy any Jaeger devices. Merc can now throw grenades, send a Twitch drone over in the drone hole over there, destroy any K devices. I mean, yes, it's not as good as a Thatcher. However, at this, I mean, it's still, I mean, bio really isn't going to counter too much here. So if you think about it, you can see them, can't destroy them, can see them, can't destroy them, and see them if it's in a good position, can't destroy them. You're not going to see this person, doesn't matter. Can see them and destroy them somewhat, but it's a goo mine, just drone, you'll find them. Or put everything on low and you're good. All your graphics on low.
We'll see if they have, I guess, a peculiar enough strategy, although this looks pretty standard. Try and fend off TSM from being victorious in 2 maps, one much swifter than the other.
Yeah, it always comes back down to that thing of, there's never really a time where you go, okay, yeah, it's okay to lose. You know, like
yeah.
That's never an option for anyone. You want to win literally ever. Have you ever heard Fabian give a speech? Okay.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I hate losing. All right. So.
Wow. No way.
Yeah. You know.
It's shocking.
So, yeah. So actually going to be going for an upside down exothermic charge. You don't see these too often, but actually, if you didn't know, if you set those high enough, you can actually make a hop hole instead, which is kind of a weird thing you can do with exothermic charges, where you kind of have a base for your body. You don't see it happen too often. I only think I've seen it like 1 time.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh. Yo, I got a question for you guys. Do you think that we should invest a total of 4 reinforcements? Actually, no, I fucked up with those 2. Should we invest 40% of our reinforcements and not fucking play the area? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So nice, they're all around master. Then why the hell is Cash reinforced? Next question. Why is Cash reinforced, but there's not a Cade or a Bandit using their utility on the fucking wall, which cannot be countered actively by anyone on TSM? You throw a Cade right here, this wall is not getting opened anytime soon. You throw a Cade here, this wall is not getting opened anytime soon. This is just bad. I mean, Latin America is known for kind of being an emotional region. I don't mean that as in they go and they cry every time they lose a game. I mean they are affected by wins and losses, where if they can go on a roll, they're gonna be flying high, and if they lose a bunch, they're going to be down the ground. They can't just really shake it off. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe they just said it's 6-1, we're not winning this, it's over. But
I'm in competitive play because it's much better to
I mean,
blow the whole wall open. But
really, it's just
again, there's very cool things you can do with all the tools at your disposal inside of Siege.
Yeah, typically if you want that kind of hard support on your peak through the wall, if you're just opening up for an angle, you would play the Hibana, but obviously, you want the surface area of the thermite charge here to be able to blow things wide open, and especially when you want to take with pace. If you have to try and take through that wall and you have to stop the vault, that's going to slow your momentum down. And it also creates a bit of a log jam, so there's different options.
Cash has been taken. Fantastic. Ooh, the Legion Mine's being spotted out. Yeah, you can do that with low settings. One thing is that the people playing are going to be seeing different things than what you see as a viewer, because the person who's actually recording this game probably has everything on ultra settings, while Bolo's probably playing on everything on potato settings and then shadows on medium, so you can see the shadows of players. And so Bolo right there, he can see that goo mine very easily. Then Pojo kills Skadina because Skadina can't sit still. And it's achieved, not Pojo. Where is this bandit?
Looking to put Team 1 in the lower portion of their group, Group A.
Wait, where is this?
Group C. Bolo take through that wall and you have to stop the vault. That's going to slow your momentum down. It also creates a bit of a log jam, so there's different options for different ideas you'll have. That Legion Mine being spotted out, droning there, and it looks like Achieved is going to start things off hot.
I thought I saw him somewhere around this area, but I'm not sure. I can't tell where this guy is. I can't tell where the bandit died from.
Team Solo Mid looking to put Team 1 in the lower portion of their...
So. The worst thing about this is that they just took Bandit. Told him, Bandit, put your 2 batteries down. Go play railing. Well, Bolo can't just walk in through the doorway over there anymore, and Thermite can't just open the wall. And it doesn't take a minute 30 for them to go for their side execution.
Group A, and now, Group C. Bolo pushing inside of construction, looking in towards the master.
Right now, someone from TSM should be getting on this hatch, so Bolo doesn't have to worry about someone coming from this angle, as well as the angle behind him.
Doorway, and you've got a smoke of Rise damage inside a bathroom. He'll smoke it off early, 90 seconds left. A wide P coming out here, and it all falls apart for Team 1. TSM, a 5v2 advantage. Drones coming in, and Rise can't hit a shot to save his life. Crusher putting the bomb down, and that's Achieve collecting another one. A 1v5 for Lucan, cut down mercilessly by Achieve. And then
okay, so that was just... I don't even know what that was. It was not the best. That's all I can say. In the end, it just came down to the strategies that Team 1 tried for did not work. And they didn't work for a few reasons. It's with teams in North America becoming a bit more aggressive, the aggressiveness of Latin America doesn't pay off as much. Then their strategies were questionable. They couldn't really it was questionable, and that last round was a throw. There's no other word for it, because it was a throat. I think they just gave up and said, "Screw it, we're just gonna have to try again." Now, I'm going to end this video, and well, actually, hold on. Really, really, it just that was not a good game. That was just one team was dominant, one team was not, and it came. I think it was. I don't know what it was. I really don't. I can't say much. All I know is really that just looked bad from Team One. There's nothing else to say about that. They need to go back to their overall strategies, and this is the issue with Latin America, where they play. So Latin America plays their own meta. They then come to international play. They usually get stomped in some way. Well, they don't get stomped, but they lose, and sometimes they lose pretty dominantly, like here. And then they go back to Latin America, and they continue playing the same way. They don't adapt to it. They don't adapt their strategies. They don't adapt their aggression. They don't adapt anything. And so, I mean, Latin America has been in Pro League for several years now, and they still struggle when in international competition, while the Europe and North America can go and they can do well, and they can adapt to the different strategies of the different regions because their overall setups allow for it. This is an aggressive strategy that relies on winning gunfights, not overall strategy. And due to that, when they can't win gunfights, it's over. And that's what it came down to this match. They couldn't win gunfights, and due to that, it ended. So really, this is just something that the entire region has to work on, and it's probably not going to happen. And it's probably going to have more people complain that, oh, it's because they're so top heavy and stuff. No, it's because, I mean, really, like that's what I've heard from the teams of, what is it? That's what I've heard from some of the Latin America players, where the teams are just so top heavy that that's what the meta is, and due to not having scrims, not being able to find like good enough scrim partners, they can't really just due to not having good enough scrim partners and it being kind of top heavy, they can't adapt their strategies. But the thing is, Nip's good, FaZe is good, Inside I don't know about. I don't think they're that good. Hey, 2-1-1. Team 1, what they showed me is they've shown me that they can be a good team. This was not that game I was watching. Team Liquid has shown themselves to be good. Immortals have shown themselves to be good. So Black Dragons I think can be good. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly about it. Red Devils, I don't think they're very good. And I really don't think they're too good, but it is what it is. But anyway, of all these teams, Nip's good, FaZe is good, Team 1 can be good, Team Liquid's good, Immortals is good. So of that, you have at least 6 teams that are good or can be good, and you can find scrim partners to scrim with. So I think really this just comes down to Latin America is kind of what APAC is like right now, where they have their own meta. They're so used to it, they don't want to change because that's what they want to have work, and they refuse to accept that it can't work. And due to that, they try to consistently bring the same level of aggression to every single tournament, and it doesn't work. So, I mean, yes, Liquid has won a season before. They won a Pro League season. However, that was again. I mean, really, all I can say about that. I mean, they did well. They played well, but you can't just say because they won one tournament that they can now always play that way. When you've had 10, 15, 20 tournaments and you win 1 out of 20, and then your region wins 1 out of 20, and then you say, yeah, we're good enough, we should keep doing this, when the other regions have 5 or 10 wins. Then I want to look at Latin America for Season 9. Then if we come and we down, get the fuck you. Oh, duh. I gotta do it the other way. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Yeah, I'm smart. But we compare season, this is season 9 on the right, so the past season, this is the current season, season 10. So Immortals at top, Immortals at the bottom, FaZe at top, FaZe at top, Team Liquid, middle of the pack, middle of the pack. Ints at the bottom, Ints closer to the top now, Black Dragon 6th, 5th, about the same. So really, you can, it's really like the teams here, that's any of these teams can be seen as good because it to me it looks like at least you could say FaZe, Immortal, Liquid, or Nip could all be the top team depending on how they play. So because I mean Nip lost less games than FaZe did. So you can say that any of these teams, all these teams are at roughly the same skill level. So if they came together and really just started playing, if they came together as a region and said, we have to adapt how we play and we cannot keep up with this aggression, then it may not be as fun for them, but they can probably start being really good teams because they have the players. They have good players. They can win gunfights. Problem is, when gunfights don't work, they have nothing to fall back on. And that's what this match was about. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna end it. I'll probably do more games from the Dreamhack, whichever ones I feel like. There's gonna be a lot of games. Actually, I don't even know how many games there are. Take close out of that. Roll Chegg. Don't need that anymore. Anyway, I'll be doing some more games. Hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, end it.